Welcome in. Hi, Sina. I see you, Sina. So good to see you. Welcome. You're the first one here. Greetings, Sina. So good to see you. How have you been feeling lately? Can you hear me okay? Let me know if the music sounds all right and I sound kind of balanced. Felicia! You're early. I know, right? I thought the same thing, girl. In my old time, it's 10, but right now it's 11 for me. But it's still really early. I don't know what it was. I just woke up pretty early today. I don't know. I can't help it. I did my grounding like I always do. Drank my coffee. It was so crazy. I was like, what am I doing up right now? But there was a reason. But I got some good meditation in before. So it was good. I was like, what do I do with myself? And then I was like, then I look at my team and I'm like, And then I was like, I wonder if is there a reason y'all want me out early? Oh, thank you. You never used to wake up early? No, it's so weird. Hi, Erica. So good to see you. Oh, thank you. This is one of the pieces that Speedy 777 made. Yeah, it's Unk. He's got a lot of, like, go on his website. He's got a lot of really pretty pieces. They're so pretty. Or if you want, like, a custom one, he'll definitely make you one. But he's got beautiful ones on his site. And a lot of them are sold out, but there's some good ones on there. Hi, Rylan. So good to see you. Greetings. Are you by the ocean? I don't know why I feel you can see the ocean from your home. You can't see it from here, but I'm 10 minutes away. I literally just get in the car. It's 10 minutes. But I don't know. Y'all know how I tell you I feel everything? I can feel like the wave energy from where I am. So, and I think it's the trees that bring it, honestly. Ooh, and Visionary came out first. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Shishi. Look at this card, y'all. This is the first message out. I always get 3 of these. Well, not always, but hold on. Fuck, I forgot to put do not disturb. My bad, y'all. Did y'all hear the ring or y'all just heard it? Because even my sound's on. Hi, Shishi. I'm green with envy. No, you didn't see that. Just manifest it. This says Visionary. Let's see what this one is. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Hi, Mari. Welcome. I'm in Florida. I won't say the city. I'm going to say for my protection. Because I have stalkers and they can say whatever they want out there, which they say it's the complete opposite, but I don't give a fuck. I have stalkers, so I'll say I'm in Florida, but I'll never say the city. Okay. Hi, Dopsy. What's up? Oh, I thought you lived in Texas. No more. I moved in October from Texas, so I've been here a little bit already. Okay, let's read this one. Visionary, it says, great change starts with imagination. See beyond the present into what could be. Big dream. Map out your highest potential without limiting yourself to current circumstances. Ooh, I like that. Look into this eyeball, y'all. It's so cool. That is cool. Wow. A lot of gold. And I've been seeing a lot of that combination with my healing. Like when I've been doing my, my self healing, I've been seeing, like I use a lot of purple energy either way. But when I tell you, I've been seeing a lot of the golds like mesh with it a lot here recently. Definitely. Let's pull 2 more. Let's see what else we get for our message today. And then we'll see what we get into. I know my team came to me yesterday about addictive behavior still. Like, maybe, like, and it was more addictive behavior on things we don't know we're addicted to. So, like, it could even be words. Like, if you're always saying, like, I'm going to use something simple that I always would do. I don't know. Like, if you're always saying, oh, I don't know. Like, you're continuing to manifest it, but it's still, in a sense, an addictive behavior. So I feel like that's maybe something we touch on, because they came to me yesterday about that. And they'll point out shit that, and there's the 2 right there that came out together. They'll point out stuff like that maybe we don't see, right? Like, and it's persistence and abundance that came out, y'all. Let's see what they say. And I'll show y'all the cards. So persistence is first. It says, success comes from constant effort. Keep going, even when the path is unclear. Stay committed to your vision. Overcome obstacles with steady progress. Oof, and I love the guy on this photo's like climbing a mountain. I just love it, because that really is what we're doing. That really is what we do, you know? It's like a constant up, and then you get chunked down. And then you get up again, and then you get chunked down again. No, I'm just kidding. Well, it feels like that, right? Abundance is the next one. It says, trust abundance comes when you believe you are worthy of receiving all that life has to offer. Affirm your worthiness. Open your arms to accept prosperity in all forms. Yes. I am open to, my heart is open for all the divine prosperity that the divine has for me. For sure. And I love that it's like a tree with like fruit, you know, because, you know, thank you, Michelle. So good to see you, Michelle. Yeah, but it's the visionary, the persistence, and the abundance. I love that message. But that's what, like, we tapped on that the last time I was live a little bit. Like, we just always had this knowing that things were going to be okay. And if you're not feeling that energy, like, reconnect and know that, right? Keep that, because anytime we're feeling, remember, everything is constant. The same way like on the image, we're going up. Of course, and I'm going to say, I don't want to call them higher forces, but energies that feel energy the same way we feel energy. There's like certain energies that don't want you to reach a certain level. So you have to know that energies also feel when you up level. So just keep like the constant up, right? So when you feel that emotion of, I'm getting nowhere, or you're not doing anything, or you can't do that, remember, just turn that off. Be like, push it away, smack it away. Like I told y'all, don't let that defeat y'all and keep y'all in the low vibrations, because then you let that energy or those energies win. So don't let it happen. Stay in your constant flow, what you're doing, what you feel you should be doing. And if you feel like doing nothing and just resting, please, again, don't beat yourself up. Because boy, don't you know, I was resting. So don't beat yourself up. Like, if you feel like just resting, like some of the clearest channel sometimes comes in when you're not doing anything and you're just looking. Like for me, when I just zone out into like the nothing, like the grass and the trees, and just zone out into that, that's when I receive a lot of my clear, very clear channels. So that's for me, the best thing. So just let yourself go and be in the moment as well. Because remember, it's like we all feel something and we all know something's coming, especially the ones that have been doing the work. but we still have to be present. So gratitude, love, chill, just be in that energy, right? But I mean, like I said, it's for a lot of us, it's already here. We just have to believe it and know that we're worthy and have your heart open. So I love the message, but let's ground and stuff first. But if there's anything specific, you guys let me know. But I'm going to ground us first. And we're going to connect to beautiful Mother Gaia. And then we're going to connect to God, Source, Creator, Universe, whatever we feel. There's no wrong answer. Set up your parameters for what you would like to release, what you would like to receive. But only accept what's for your highest and best of intentions as always. And then ask for whatever. Once we clear that energy, then set your parameters for what you would like to bring in. Flow and grow, yes. I comply, believe a type of shift will happen and we will be merged with the energetic universe. Don't know when though. Yeah, and it's more timeline work a lot of us are doing. Like, believe it or not, like the way my team showed me, it's like, okay, so we'll use past lives as an example, right? So like, let's say you were a king or a queen or something like that in a past lifetime, right? So whenever you reach that level energetically and you are trying to tap into that power that you held at that time, there's something that needs to be cleared in order for you to access that, or healed, or it could be even a spirit you need to defeat from that time. So sometimes when you up level like that, then you feel like, not that you feel attacked again, but you may feel something come at you, but it's still something that you need to heal. So when we're ascending, we're trying to access these levels of us, and then it feels like we're getting knocked down, but we're really just defeating another part that we needed to defeat in order to access that. But it's more healing from what my team has showed me. That's why, like, I'm going to use low vibrational energies for it to make sense now. That's why when low vibrational energies try to steal or siphon or tap into things like that, or somehow connect to ours, they can't access it fully because they haven't done the healing work. Their vision isn't as clear as yours is. So that's why they can't access it. And they fail to see that, some of them. But for us, we understand why it feels like a restart. And if we don't understand, we need to realize that, because I couldn't get it for a minute there when I was tapping into what I'll say is higher power points. That's the word that I'm feeling like to say about it. There's some form of healing, whether it's ancestral or something that maybe in a past life I continue to not do it, is the best way I can describe it. Or if you're still fearful of that healing or that version of yourself. Sometimes it's either or both. So I know whenever I was working through some of those things, I had to really feel the energy, what this is and what that feeling is, or whatever, But just so you guys know, if you feel like you've been on that, I want to say roller coaster or loop energy, it is that too. So that's why, again, I always say, just ask questions with your team. Because when I started to say, what is this? Why do I feel like it's a restart? They were like, yeah, because you tapped into a different power source of you, but there's still some healing or something that you need to release. And sometimes it's a spirit, sometimes it's ancestral healing, whatever it could be, right? Everybody's different. But just know that when you tap into and I'm going to say big power point, you feel that. So just so you know, sometimes that what we'll call a lower energy feel isn't always a bad thing. It's like, okay, is this a reminder? Is this something else? All those things, But really ask those questions when you're feeling those things. But again, we always know, remember, we always say our parameter wise, projections have no power over me, just to make sure it's not a projection, because people are still trying to project their karma, their bullshit energy, but we don't accept it, right? As long as in your mind it has no power over me, I don't accept it. It doesn't, just stay in that. I just laugh when I feel them now. I'm like, okay, whatever. Whatever, that shit ain't mine. So just laugh it off, or pull yourself up, or dance around, or pull yourself back into the high vibes. Because if for a minute there they can flip your thought process into thinking that you're not, that you're losing, but that you're, nothing's happening for you, because that's also been something that's been projected onto the collective. So the ones that have been doing the work, and we're kind of in a sense expecting something because we feel it, if they can convince you that it's not really going to happen, then in a sense they not restart you. I'm not even going to say that, but it makes your human brain then doubt your manifestation, or doubt the work you've done energetically. Hi, Julian. And then in a sense put like a stop sign or a hold, and you do it, they can't do it. That's what my team says. As long as you know that no one or nothing can stop you or stop what's meant for you, it can't. Unless in your mind you get into one of those, and we can get into them, y'all. If we're releasing, like, especially if you, like in my lineage, I had a lot of, what is the word? Depression, ancestral depression. Hi, Tracy, I see you. Julian, I see you. So if you had a lot of ancestral depression energy, if you haven't fully cleared it, and it could feel like you're losing your shit, because think about it like this. Like I said in my last live, the part of the reason I had the surgery I had was to defeat the pharmaceutical stuff for my lineage, right? But you have to realize I'm going to use the two women before me. They were both heavily on narcotics or pharmaceuticals, which put them in a depressive, low vibrational state. So remember, now I'm the one that's healing that's changing the game. So every once in a while I would get hit with that depressive energy, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And it would make me mad. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, because y'all know this really is my energy. I'm happy, fun, and people can believe me or not, I don't give a fuck. But that's my real energy. I'm happy and high vibrational as much as I can. So when I get hit with depressive energy, I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? And where the fuck did this shit come from? I'm in that energy. So when I was clearing a lot of that generational depression, man, I had to keep checking myself. That's what I say. Yes, you can purge it out. You can have a cry, but intentionally. Remember, everything's intentional healing. Because if you just cry and sit in the depressive energy, then you're just allowing it to overpower you and lower your vibration at the time. But if you feel that energy, you're like, okay, I am fully releasing this depressive energy, ancestral, for my lineage, for whatever, however you want to say it. I fully release it. I fully feel it. I fully let it go. I command it to leave. It's not mine. It was never mine. I even say those words, you guys, and they help me clear, because ancestral, I'm like, this shit isn't mine. This shit was never mine. I'm not sad. This is not mine. Yes, I had a lot of fucked up shit happen in this lifetime, but I know through everything you continue to steal. That's why I always say no one can steal your joy. No one can steal your happiness unless you allow it. So no matter what has happened in your life, if you like, fuck that, I'm going to continue to be happy. I'm going to continue to choose myself and be great. It has no power over you. So intentionally clearing that all the time, but fully feeling it and fully with release mode makes that big shift. So if you guys are feeling those, but also know that everything's working for us, even if you're still feeling things like that. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you so much. Thank you. I tell y'all, I'm a reflection of you. So if you tell me I'm beautiful, it's you. I'm a mirror. I hold up the mirror. Whatever you see, it's yours. It's yours. I'm telling you. So, but yeah, let's work on addictive behavior energy. And like I said, it could be words we say all the time. Like, I'm not going to say who, but like there's somebody that I'm in my physical, and they say a lot, oh, I hate this. And I have to check this person. I'm like, you don't hate nothing. But you see how that's one of the things that we say or do that are kind of, in a sense, an addictive behavior, whether we know it or not. Or like, let's say you're always saying, like the I have, don't, like, that's still bringing it in, accepting it, and it's still in a sense an addictive behavior, because if you're continuing to say it, you're continuing to replay it and allow it, whatever it is. And even like little things like, let's say you have to have coffee every morning, because when I went on my retreat, I had to learn that, okay, bitch, you cannot have coffee one day, but like still checking your little things like that can still be an addictive behavior, So anything that you feel like you have to have, now they're showing me, I guess, whoever smokes around here, I don't know, if you're a smoker as well, everything is in moderation, right? It's how you use it, but it's addictive behavior, what we're going to try to clear out. And we're going to ask any addictive versions of us that are ready to be released, that we release them as well. So like, let's say you've been clean like me for years, right? But you have addictive versions of you kind of just out there in limbo. Those are versions of you that every once in a while, they still ping you like, go do that narcotic or go take that drink. Those are the versions that are asking for it. But when you release them, you allow yourself to, and if you can feel the lift, if you release versions of you, you can feel it. You could feel it. Yes, so do I do trees. Oh my God, yes, so I do trees. Yeah. So like I said, nothing is bad or what we would call you shouldn't do it. If your heart or your soul tells you it's okay, because I'm going to use the Mary one as an example. I haven't done it, but my team says Mary is okay. Shrooms are okay. And every once in a while, smoking a cigar with your ancestors is okay. And they have said a glass of wine is okay. But again, however you decide to do what you do is up to you and your team, right? But I'm just saying there is certain things that open our awareness to higher levels. And Mary is one of those. Shrooms is another. And even smoke, just inhaling the smoke and seeing the smoke sometimes taps people into that realm as well. It's the moderation part that gets me. Yeah. Because if you're using it to numb and suppress whatever you're doing, that's when it's a no good. But from when I was an addict on drugs and alcohol, you still tapped into a different realm. That's why my team says if you do a glass of wine, you could still intentionally to tap in, because in a sense you did energetic work to have access to those realms. And whenever you fully say, oh, no more, never, it's good because you taught yourself that you didn't need it and you release that addictiveness, but you still have access and you're not accessing, in a sense, what you earned through all those years of addictive behavior. So again, nothing was for just because. You were never just an addict just because. You were an addict to access those realms, and there's still power there that you hold. So think of it like as leadership, and you have to think of it that way, because depending how, the years that I was an alcoholic, it was a very long time, a big chunk of my life. So you have to see that you kind of sat in that realm. Your human was here, living it up, drinking, whatever. But you were there in a sense. So in a sense, you established some form of leadership role there. And now all of a sudden you're like, over here, I'll never do that again. But you need to still sometimes access that part of you, because you kind of somewhat built some form of something there. That's why I say everything was for a reason. Wowzers. Yeah. Hi, beautiful. Welcome. So let's work on releasing addictive behavior, however that is, and addictive versions of ourselves, but allowing us to still have access to realms that we put in the work to access, because you have to see it that way. Rise and shine. I know it's so early. So let's do this. Only accept what's for your highest and best, as always. That honestly makes sense to me from that perspective. Yeah. And it took a lot for my team to tell me. They were like, who said you can't do that? And for me, like, and I know they have no power over me, right? But you have to think, if people are speaking negativity over your life, if let's say someone says, Erica can't celebrate, because they were speaking that over my life. Erica can't celebrate. She can't have fun. She can't have drinks with her friends. She can't have a good time out there. Like, that's what they were saying about me, right? So somewhere inside of me, without knowing it, even though I say projections have no power over me, because they don't anymore, but then I was like, okay, yeah, I don't need to celebrate. I don't need to have fun. I just need to heal and focus on self. It helped me at the time, but now my team's like, you're supposed to be having fun. You're supposed to be doing what you want. You have no limitations. You have done the work. You are free to do as you please. That's why they say it's what you want to be, what you feel like doing. It's up to you. If it's fun to you and you have a good high vibrational time or energy with it, or you use it to tap into that realm real quick, it's okay. So also clearing that any form of addiction is not good. We also have to clear that process, because we've been taught to believe that the I'm going to say the plant, is not good. And my team's like, no. And I still haven't done it, but my team's like, that's a big one, where people tap into that realm so quickly, and it's a different Zen energy. And some of us, like, through all the work we've gone through and done, we sometimes need that chill in that dimension energy. I'm very trapped into the mirror. Yeah, and you see how in your mind, that's part of the addictive behavior and thought process. We're going to release that it's wrong. You have to release that it's wrong, because if it's just like I tell y'all, when you eat something, like I'm going to use something like a naughty treat. Like, let's say you're like, oh, I want that piece of chocolate cake. I want it, but it's going to add whatever. That's when you make it bad. You see the difference? It's the same thing with the marrying. If in your mind, it's not good, I shouldn't be doing this. And you also have to ask where that thought is coming from, because sometimes it's just your own family. Like, let's say your family knows you're into the marry, right? And they're like, oh, they're, you know how people are judgmental, right? They're like, oh, they're a druggie and all they do is smoke that. You see, that's still them speaking that over you. So are you feeling their energy of it? Or are you just feeling like, dang, like I shouldn't be doing this? But also discerning what's you and what's other people's thoughts when they're always thinking shit about you, like I just talked about with me. So even though it has no power, right? But there is people that intentionally try to send that to you, but we don't accept it. I'm just saying, like, ask yourself where this comes from. Is it a program? Because also, I would beat myself up with addiction because we were taught in school drugs were bad. And in my mind, the marry was a drug. But my now spiritual self knows, even though I don't do it, but if I did do it, it's not bad. I just tap into that realm and I'm just kicking it there with everybody that's there. So really just release that it's bad. Release the versions of you that thinks it's bad. Release the versions of you that self-sabotage when you do it, because then you come and you beat yourself up because somewhere in your mind it's bad. And that's why they said release the addictive behavior and that it's wrong. Because every single lesson we went through tapped us into that realm, or that part of us, or that power that was dormant. And you have to think about it like this. Like, if you guys watch Click, it's like the autopilot thing, you know. Your body was here around a whole lot of low vibrational people. Y'all were all, I'm going to use drinking as an example again. Y'all were all getting fucked up. Everybody was drunk, right? But your body was here. But your, like, the part of you, your soul that needed to be was kicking it in that realm, right? So that's still the access that you still need to every once in a while tap in with. That's why my team's like, you can have a glass of wine every once in a while when you're out with your friends. It's okay. one glass of wine with the intention just as a tap in. And I'm like, I don't know. And you see, that's mistrust with myself. And they're like, no, you can't mistrust within yourself that you're going to abuse it, because you've healed the addictive behavior that would make you drink to suppress and numb, and that I hated myself and I didn't want to live. Now it's just a tap in, because remember, originally, that's what alcohol or wine was designed to tap in, right? If we really remember where these things came from, they were a tap in with spirit. We all know that. So it's how you're using it, right? But if you still don't feel secure, of course, don't try it. But we're going to work on healing the addictive behavior, releasing the aversions and all that good stuff. Once, yes, I overdid it the past week. I overly did it with tequila. Yeah, see, and that's why our team says if you don't feel like you're ready to try, or maybe just a glass of wine or something like that, or like the marry one little or a couple little, or however you do it, right? You know, look who rolls in, boo thing. Let's release the addiction of being in the gutter. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Or a box of wine. But thing, a box of wine that's too much. You see, and that's why they say everything is in moderation. Like one glass of wine, but thing, you can't have the whole box. No, and you shouldn't be drinking box wine anyway. No D in the moderation. No, you didn't, boo thing. No, that is unlimited. No, I'm just kidding. I'm excited. I'm going to listen when I get ready. Hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. So let's release, let me ground us first, but let's release these addictive versions, behaviors, and things that we say that are, in a sense, an addiction that we need to let go of, right? So like if you're saying, man, there's so many, but like, you know yourself. And if you don't catch yourself with these addictive behaviors, even if it's something as little as biting your nails all the time, or biting your skin, or doing weird shit with your hands, because I used to do a lot of weird shit like that, and it's an addictive behavior, and a lot of it is suppressing or hurting yourself. Similar, and this is a big one that's kind of out there, but you know, like cutting, you know. So again, that's another one, but it's still the feeling something, but you're still hurting yourself. Like again, that could be another one. So, but the thing is releasing that, and whatever energy is attached to that, and also calling back your power from these times as well. Cracking knuckles. Yeah, even cracking knuckles could be one. You know, they're just addictive behaviors that we don't see, right? Sometimes we can't see them. But if someone's around you and they tell you, hey, you need to stop saying that. Like I just said, like when I hear someone say, I hate this, oh, I hate that. And then I'll check them and I'll say, you don't hate nothing, you know, but they don't realize that they're saying those things. So that's still an addictive behavior, believe it or not. So that's what we're going to work on. I want to stop that and cutting my nails so short. Yeah, I used to be a nail biter as well. Literally, the reason why I started doing my nails way back when was because of that. Because I used to bite these suckers like crazy. And then when I first started doing them, I would bite them like this too. But then I had to stop doing it. I was like, no, I'm fucking up my shit. So, you know, but it helped me still release that too, because I couldn't keep doing it. So same thing with skin biting. That's another one. Like it's an addictive behavior. I mean, I'm seeing someone chew tobacco too. So it's an addictive behavior. You just like the feel of it. Even chewing gum can be an addictive behavior. I love chewing me some gum some days. But when I tell you, it's everything in moderation. Saying I'm sorry too much. Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, honey. My team literally said, if you don't stop saying that word, I'm gonna, we got this, everybody. Yeah. Hi, beautiful. I know, I'm here early. I was a nail biter too. Yeah. So that's an addictive behavior. So those are the things to release. So if you know what your addictive behaviors are, And they can be weird, y'all. Let's not fucking lie. I know I had some weird ones, but if you still have versions of you addicted to them or hanging out, like I just explained, they're still like, hey, why haven't you bit your nails in a while? You know, that's the way I can describe the versions that we release right now. We're about to release. So let me ground everyone. Only for your highest and best, right? Grounding everyone in first to their body. Everyone's flying. Connecting everyone to beautiful God, source, creator, universe, whatever you believe in. It's all unconditional love. Baramasa shatuma. Yika subetashabete kashatino no sishetia. Uresevoto shamateka semoyala. Ayaki subetashabote. Misa kushotia. Aya sebashikoto. There we go. So first we're going to call in all versions of us that have addictive behavior that we are ready to release. And they're showing me contract energy. So if you are ready to release these versions of you that have addictive behaviors, and also an addictive behavior to self-sabotaging and self-punishment is a big one too. So if you're constantly self-sabotaging or self-punishing yourself, or beating yourself up energy, let's release all those versions of us as well. They're also showing me versions of us that accept less than we deserve. So let's release them as well. And we release them with love and gratitude for the experience. Here we go. Push them away. We release with love and gratitude. Get in that love energy. It's the easiest way to kind of push them out with love. Let's release versions of us that are in the program of something that we do is bad. It's not bad. Bayatimole akawasara kusha. Menemese tu shubatera sara. Arebeawu ashatelo basenika latuata. Everything has a purpose, they just said. Barebeta kashitua sibitikashana masatu sheteri korota. Everything is a learning experience. Everything is coming back to self. So through these experiences, we learn who we are and who we aren't. And we choose who we choose to be either way. So also versions of you that feel guilty or shameful for who you were. Let's release those versions. That one's big. I'm hearing really loud. I should be ashamed of myself for who I was. Release that. I'm also hearing, who will want you because you were this? Release that. Baya sera shetu seveti shukutua chia sata shatua. Si kara sura shati. Baya surosha. Isakashua kawa. You are perfect exactly as you are, no matter what you so-called were. Baria sari koroshoti. Abalisete shikatu chone satine. Ayasosho. Bayari. La shu. 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 Nesikaya. Ayakuneshu. Bayatine chikatu asha. Ayari sobushale boshetinia ushakuya shaya kuashetimia satosho. Any versions of you that keeps you in the loop of addiction, whatever way, shape, or form it is for you, release it. Boyari arekua yatimosho bayalushukuya sita konomosho. Baretara surusha. Akunemia. Ikalishu. Big release. Ishiki. Ishiki suba. Shoataneshitikacha. Biara suresha vikashatuchuku. Ni anawasha. I'm also hearing someone speak over someone. You will never be free of that addiction. And this is more ancestral. So like if you in your lineage, I'm going to use alcohol as an example, have been in your bloodline alcoholics, and someone is speaking over you, that you will never be the one to change it. Release that. Usakashato. Bayamusha. Maekachi kure bachi. Bayatinea sitakaru belenia kushata. Situkurushu. Baretura seratera sareze. Suresha. Sitikachinenene. Urukure baratachu. Bane kachua bele. There we go. There we go. Again, reaffirming any ancestors working against my destiny or my purpose or what I am here to break. We place you on the outside with love and gratitude. That just means you're placing them on the outside of your field, meaning they don't have access immediate to you. They could still speak to you, but it's up to you or not to choose to listen, because it's someone like yelling in your ear saying you can't. So that's the energy. Utiata eti ata etu mocha ekachinetika tupa siteka shatikuru perikeka kuku. Nina mase ushote basakati achu akane. There we go. And say this, that they're saying to say, if you feel called to say, everything I do it because I love it. Not because I'm forced to, not because I'm addicted to it, because it's a part of my growth and evolution. And everything that I did in the past happened exactly the way it was meant to. So I release any guilt and any shame of it. Arasure kara lineya janima acha esetu koche etia. I hear the plane. Ba eti atawasa. Sinakucho ri ere eraka. Chirikirikuru pore tarasa. Sita kereve mushotu. Sitarabore. Big release. Ooh, good there. Varite. Varite. I am free in my body to be who I choose to be. Varite rataratu veresha. Isara. Ooh, we just anchored real hard with those words. Arata. Arata. Everyone may feel more in their body now. Wow, that felt good. If it doesn't give me joy, then it's not for me, period. Yes. Wow, we just like we sat in ourselves different. Wow, that was good. Drink some water. Thank you, Felicia. Oh, that kitty's so cute. I knew that kitty was cute. Oh. And I've actually been seeing black cats like in my physical and in here energy, right? So I don't know, maybe one of my next cats will be black, because I keep seeing the black cat. And then that one just popped up on the gifts, you know, like before you start the live, sometimes it'll say if you want to set a gift goal. And it literally popped up again. I was like, well, fuck it, here we go. I'm just gonna put it because I keep seeing this black cat everywhere. So I love it. Hi, Shannon. Welcome, welcome. We just released addictive behavior, addictive energy, and addictive versions of us. If you feel like accepting the codes that just came through, remember, they're just codes. Even if you didn't hear the transmission, you should still accept or deny them for your highest and best, right? As always. But let's drink some water. Let's sting some things, and we'll see what else they got. Yeah, and like I said, addictive behaviors can be anything. They could be things we say all the time. They could be things we do all the time. They could be weird-ass fucking shit, you know. I know I've had some weird-ass addictions. Like, weird. Let me not talk about mine. So, and then don't beat yourself up for it, because it's like, you know. Let's dang some things. Pepsi and smoke. Yeah, see, even soda. Even that too, my team made me, and I don't drink soda, y'all. If I drink anything, it's tea. I drink coffee, water, tea. Usually those are my go-tos for everything. My team was like, the same thing with soda. They said the fact that you gave it up was great. And yes, soda's not great for the human vessel. But remember when you were a teenager and you used to love like Dr. Pepper, Pepsi, right? It's okay to have one, or I buy the little minis, y'all, like the mini sodas, and it's not a full soda, but like you still get that little, oh, I got to drink a little soda with my dinner, you know, like, or, you know, even that one, sometimes I wouldn't finish it. So, but it's still, you know, that's the point why they tell us whatever you believe, it really is. So if in your mind, I shouldn't be drinking this soda, it's not good for me, you made it bad for you. Instead, just say, you know what? I'm so happy and grateful. I'm going to drink this soda, transmuting it to unconditional love. My body is going to cleanse it to its highest vibration. It's going to be great. And then drinking it in happy energy versus, oh, I shouldn't be drinking this, but here I go. You know, the difference. That's the difference always. I call it pop, so it doesn't count. You popping that pop, boo thing? Love that purple. It's blue now. It's actually blue now. It's not purple anymore. It's like literally, it's hard to see in this light, but when I get in the sun, it's blue. Like if you guys ever, I said on the last live, if you guys ever watched the movie Coraline, I say I'm Coraline Jones because that's the color it is that blue. It's my second favorite color. Yeah, because I had the purple. I might go back to the purple. I don't know. I'm just trying to like try out different colors, like bright colors. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do next. But I feel like doing something, I don't know. Because I did red too. I don't know if you guys noticed. Well, I wasn't really on here when I had the red. I did purple and then I had red. And then I went to the blue. And then I don't know. We'll see what we'll do. And then I was thinking also to go back to the blonde before I did the purple. So I was like, we'll see. But something like, I'm just trying to, you know, experiment, you know, play with it. I see it as beautiful. It looks good. And then I said, like, you know, when, like, for me, I get grays. When I have to color my hair, I have to go every 2 weeks because I get the grays pretty quick. I'm like, man, the grays got extra blue. It was funny. I was laughing at myself because the where it would have been gray got extra blue versus, you know, where the darker color was. I was like, oh my God. I was just laughing at myself, but I don't care. It doesn't bother me because it's still highlighted as well. So it doesn't, like, under, you know, but they call it lifting it up, the stylist. So they lift it and then they add the color, right? So, but yeah, I'm just playing with it. My phone is acting so weird. Oh, Tracy, you better get to the store. I love you. It's okay. It's okay. If it's acting weird, it's okay. You may just need a rest and be a human. Or take a trip to the store. I love you, Tracy. Anything specific you guys been going through? I will say in the collective, if you guys have been having the head pressure here recently, that is the thing, because we're integrating a big, like, when they show me the chunk energy for the collective, and it was last night. So if you felt that last night and the night before, it was a lot of integration we were going through collectively. So just know that, but also ask your team if it becomes too much, tell them to assist with the integration. Can I accept while I'm in class and you're on? Oh yeah, you could definitely. That's why I always tell people, remember, time doesn't exist. You could just say, I accept the healing in Amanda's live for my highest and best of intentions, whatever is needed or whatever I need, and then go about your day if you can't be in here. That's why I said, Tracy, get to the story. I've had a lot of head pressure past 2 weeks from front left. Yes, I felt it here, and of course third eye energy, but it's the integration energy. And a lot of us are assisting. So like, we're assisting others, not only the awakening that's happening, but the ones that are integrating as well. It's kind of like the way they show me sometimes, it's kind of like the way I explain whenever somebody was getting hit before and we'd all kind of send like help. It's similar. It's like, okay, I held the mess, now you hold the mess kind of energy. And it's like it kind of goes through us all, and it's like, damn. And then you can literally say, you know, that's enough. Because I felt it hard last night, and I was like, team, I think I'm good on helping with the integration. I'm done. I literally just said it because it was too much, and I was already trying to go to sleep. I was like, I want to go to sleep. So yeah, and I always ask what it is, so nobody can send me shit and has power over me no more. I have allergies to dye hair. Oh no, don't accept that. Maybe you just need to try a different, more natural energy, because people used to say shit like that to me. Oh, your hair's gonna fall out and it's not good for you. All that bullshit, that's projections. That's programs. There's good chemicals, not good chemicals, good stuff now that they have for hair versus way back when. So don't accept those. Find a stylist that knows their shit, and then you could probably find someone to get you something more natural. Okay, thank you. I'm going to Asha class now. You're welcome. Thank you. Yeah, even though I wasn't here the other day, I still accept the healing. Yeah, good. If that's all it is, I don't have to think I'm dying over here. No, Rylan, you're definitely helping with for sure, the ascension, the consciousness ascension that we're all going through. I'm on my cycle too. Oh yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, I had to throw up this morning. Now I feel better. Oh no, Ryland. Yeah, and remember, we're clearing a lot. And remember the past life spirit energy, we really are clearing. Like, because my teams like literally show me a lot of the collective. That access that you access from past lifetimes, it comes with a spirit or an attachment or both sometimes. So you have to realize it's kind of like a restart in that, especially if you're purging solar plexus, like you just said. I swear, and I'm looking. Yeah, you definitely transmuted some kind of energetic parasite there. So just know that those things come with them, but you're purging it so that it's not coming with you to your next level energy. And like I said, like with my surgery, I swear. I swear it was like, I don't know what was removed, but something was removed. And I'm talking physical, not just spiritual, but it's both. I feel like that. Yes, baggage comes with the next archetype energy. I agree. Grateful for the purge, baby. Yeah. And for me, I think it was ancestral, the one that, and I'm going to say the one that I was holding. That's all I'm going to say. Because sometimes the shit that our human or our vessels go through, I'm not saying that people wouldn't believe it, but I don't know if they would. Because, I don't know. It's weird stuff sometimes. But let's see what else they got. See what else they got. I knew we were gonna do that. So they're showing me sacral and sacral and heart connection, you guys. A lot of the collective is going through this. So this is a little bit of a trigger one. And a lot of us have been clearing this for, before I say it, this one's a deep one, you guys. I didn't think we were doing that deep, but we are. So like if you ever experienced any kind of SA trauma as a child, as a grown adult, that's the energy of heart and solar plex that we're all connecting back together. We've been healing it. Look, think of it like we've been healing it and healing it and healing it, right? We've been continuously pouring love and healing over that. But the connect now is what's fully being connected, right? For us to feel fully safe in that access if you've been through that kind of trauma. So let's work on the connect part, helping the connect come back together. But if there's any SA healing that you still need, we're going to ask and intend that you receive it for your highest and best of intention. And anytime you do that kind of work, make sure you call your power back from the energy that did the work, or not the work. That was probably not a good word for it. That did the trauma to you. So like if you know who I'm going to say who your attacker was, or however you want to say it, you reclaim your power back from, if you have the name, but also the spirit or attachment. Remember that, you guys, because anytime you go through that, especially if you went through a religious trauma like I did, there's some form of attachment that they placed on you. They put a trauma on you, and then they try to, in a sense, steal your innocent energy with it, right? So you're reclaiming all that back with the healing. I'm getting chills, so somebody really needs this today. So really allowing yourself to reclaim your power from that. Also, we'll use places. You know how people say reclaim your energy, your power from people, places, and things, right? The place that it took place, for me, it was a church. So you can literally reclaim your power from that space. So you see, and also they are telling me to speak on it. Okay, so if you received trauma in a religious, so-called religious building, right? Somewhere in your mind, it tried to flip what you would call, what a human would say higher power or higher love is. In a sense, it tried to make you not love that and hate it because it happened in a so-called love place, you see? So that's why it's important that you reclaim your power from that place, but not accept that and still allow yourself to love what we would call higher love power, or if you want to say Yeshua or the universe, right? Just so that you don't stay in the darkness of that place. You see what I'm saying? Oh, I didn't think of that. Yeah, so if you experience anything like that, we're reclaiming all your energy, all your power. We're releasing attachments, sending them to heal or burn. It's up to them on attachments. But we're definitely saying that we don't want them if you have an attachment, right? That's the energy. And I said that way easier, so I've been definitely healing that, so I'm grateful. Usually when I speak on that, I want to tear up and I get like, ugh, and I didn't do that, so I'm so grateful. I feel like that was a good thing for me that I could actually speak on it really easy. I'm like, did I clear for real? No, I did. I'm just looking at myself. Okay, so let's work on the healing. First of all, send love and healing to yourself and before that happened to you. And I want you to see yourself and tell yourself, no matter what happens to you in this world, you are always protected. You are always going to be okay. And everything you go through always makes you stronger and more powerful, and just teaches you that you can go through anything and still be a loving, beautiful being no matter what. And no matter what, your heart is open for true divine love to self and outwardly. Okay, here we go. Let's heal this, and we're going to do the connect with sacral and heart, which is needed right now. We'll do that part at the end, but we're going to do the healing, reclaiming your power, love and healing for this. And you are loved, and no one hated you. So release the guilt and why it happened, and I must have done something wrong to deserve this. And nobody will love me because of this, I'm hearing. So let's release that. There's something with the way you were dressed as well. So if you were dressed a certain way, maybe in your mind, I deserved it because I was dressed a certain way. You did not. So releasing that. Womb healing with this as well if you're feminine. Bale masheta situ shuku ache. Reclaiming your sacral, your beautiful sacred space back to you. Banibishita kashatu mosheti ashati kashuti apashiti kashatua. Ishakosha mati kashatua shati. Releasing all versions of yourself that hates yourself because this happened to you. Release them with love and gratitude. I love myself. I don't hate myself. Asheba. Ikune. Ebashetu kuchu ache. Moi kachawatawa si shupukuchua. If you're a masculine and this happened to you, if you felt like you didn't know what, like somewhere it flipped your, felt the need to overly compensate and try to prove your masculinity, if it was another masculine energy, release that. Ishikikua chema echikune biata. Enemisho tokosho. Bi ana isi shote achina a. Ichukune ibichi rikarachu batisiti sheketiwachi. Nina moshati chiki uchu. Are balu. Ni chikine bachire kareturu porochine. Ira karawaterese. Birare reposheto sitika shene di subushati karichi tukuchupoyo. Janime. I'm seeing fractal energy, so if you feel called to say, I reclaim all parts of me that may have been released or taken through this incident, I ask that all parts of me are brought back to me with love and gratitude, baribati and cleansed to its highest vibration. Baribeshatika sita kashuto ochea. Feeling that in the sacral. If you're feeling it, just breathe. Baritika shatu me ene. Irakuru beti atawa sha ikuchema. Irokurini mani huso shete. Jilula beshi chakache mene awa. Isakashu mete. Ure bashato shime. Uyokosha. Uyokosha bene. Now we're going to do the connect heart and sacral, connecting the two, allowing yourself to feel your heart and your sacral together as a working energy. Burichika rikarati machatu puchaka enemi tikachune esine. Ulu e ache uka echibi awa. If you feel called to say it's fully connected, fully functioning together. Birikiri kashubatika shatu machine etakachipete shiteka yusumoshu ayakucha bacheni kashuti bechia kanoa. If you feel called to say, just say, I allow myself to be creative, creating through love. Marichinika tawa inamasiti shatubi likatu moshe echika ocha. Irere barese sikatu mochene tikachi sile botocha si takarashatwa. There we go. Big shift with that. Good job, everybody. Make sure you drink some water after that one. And if you felt some tears, it's okay. Tears are always okay. Anytime we're working on that kind of work, it's all right. It's okay. I did not think we were getting that deep today, but it's okay. It's okay. Sting some things, drink some water, then we'll get back into the healing. 12:21 as I look up at my clock. I see you, joyful spirit. Divine timing, always a reason, yeah. Yeah, because if you sometimes still feel like you have a creative block and that has been your past or it happened to you and you've been healing it, but if you still feel like, why can't I feel creative, that could be it. So anytime you want to be creative or want to tap into your creativity, just tell yourself, I allow myself to be creative. I allow myself to be creating with love for my soul. You know? I'll always be here. I saw you. And I'm glad you're in my time zone now. Oh, really, Tracy? I love it. So it's 10 for you, 10:22? It's 12:22 now for me. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. Yeah. Yeah. So where I used to live right now was 11. So I always keep up with it because I know I'm an hour ahead now. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here, Black Moon. I'm so glad you're here. And if there's anything specific you guys need, please let me know because we're really trying to help the collective ascend right now. The more of us that ascend fully, like it's so needed. It's so needed for the newly awakened energies that are searching for us. It's so needed. And if you have been on this journey, however long, don't use years as an example because nobody's journey will be yours. But if you've been working on yourself and you feel like you have a story to offer or healing to the world, please put it out there. Don't be ashamed of your journey. Don't be ashamed of what you've been through. Remember, sometimes your mess is your message to the world. So share it. And you sometimes, just your words that you made it through it can help somebody else. So share with the world because remember, we all went through these experiences so that we could hold space for others that are going through it or have been through it as well. But also showing people that no matter what happens to you, you're going to be okay. And that's just the way that it is. If you truly believe you're going to be okay and know that no matter what happens, no matter what comes at you, you got it. You're going to be okay. And remember, people, places, things can't stop you from what's destined for you. Thank you. And it hit pretty good. I'm looking into Datula work. Ironically, we are in the right place, love. I am definitely one of those. So it is beautiful work. So I'm like, and then I hear every time I feel that energy, I'm like, see you at the crossroads. That song just plays in my head. So welcome. I love it. I love that you're here. Yeah. So thank your team because you're at the right place. I definitely assist with codes and activations of the gifts that I hold. So I'm so glad you're receiving just being in here. Are you doing personals or just collective? Yeah, I'll do personals in a little bit. Right now I'm just doing collective, but I'll definitely tap in with personals in a little bit. But we're still in the collective. But let's look at cycles. They're showing me timelines now, which is great that we work on next. So we're asking and intending that any cycles, I'm going to run through a few of them. So let's say any karmic cycles you may have closed, like let's say you ended a relationship, you ended karmic family, you cut that friend off finally, or whatever. That's a karmic cycle. We're closing those cycles. Soul contracts. Any soul contracts. Because remember, your soul signed up for a contract with this individual. Soul contracts are a little bit different than karmic contracts. So soul contracts, if the energies don't both accept their, we'll say their mission or their assignment, however you choose to look at it, because free will always plays a part, right? If there's any soul contracts that are ready to be released, let's say you ascended and someone else didn't, that's a soul contract, that are ready to be closed and you move on to your next level, because soul contracts, part of the collective, are not waiting. We're not going to use that word. Still feeling that connection to the soul contract that they made the agreement with before they came here. If that energy did not do the work, did not choose the evolution journey or healing journey, however you want to say it, we're asking that those soul contracts be released so that you're able to ascend and not feel their energy. Because soul contracts, you do sometimes feel them. Sometimes you have the telepathic communication, whether you know it or not. And sometimes they can also watch you without your knowledge, whether you know it or not. So any karmic contracts, any soul contracts that are ready to be closed for the collective, everyone in this space, for their highest and best of intentions in order for them to ascend to a higher timeline. We're asking that they be closed with love and gratitude. And we are grateful and we understand the law of free will. Okay. Oh, that was a big one. Good. Here we go. Let's close them. I literally saw someone sit on their throne. So good. Thank you. If you feel called to say, I allow myself to sit at my throne. Maria se shitike acha ume ika ora erevase yasa bole moshoto kosheti asikuruba shenita iachawa shonomia ayakisito kochumete iseketicho pore kasito bashate masha ane uku ini aserika revesi yesu vashanate kashetu koshavote re ora akashatu machinikata kature balen machite kashute pakashate setika shutoferi bore maria tira karamashatiaka isotavashete katua. We are asking Archangel Michael that all cords tied or attached to a soul contract that is no longer in alignment with our highest and best of intentions, that we ask that all cords are dissolved physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, consciously, subconsciously, and telepathically for our greatest and highest and best of intentions. Uke itikuchu utpekechikata washikate mache ekache numa eti esitakaruberete. Juriberi karimotora sivateshita kasumoshotika sikata. Allowing us to move up to our highest timeline if we are in alignment. Uchikite kasevoshakate echemo. Ikasito kopoche. Ooh, big movement there. Ure eya. Irakarimosha. Iseti shata sitike. Uyakishimiti kashata. Ujema. Uchemene esere. Uleva yase shakuche. Ukanasha tu ache. Ibane uchia. Achua. 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 Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of them energetically, like soul contract energy. There's some of them are saying, I didn't do it this time. I wanted this to be the lifetime that I ascended with you, and I couldn't do it. And that's okay. It's nothing, like, that's why I always tell people, don't take anything personally, because sometimes souls are like, before they come down, you're like, oh, I'm gonna do it. I got this. And then they get down here and they get sucked in the bullshit, you know, the physical. That's the best way I can describe. Not that the physical is bullshit, but when you're trying to ascend, it is bullshit. Once you ascend, then it becomes great. Ariate moshatike sitika shatiko pachikatika shopotaka ratarabasha. Ita moshatika seboshatika sikatiko shafatika tumochinekate. Ira karemosa. Share bore tarakate mochoti satashata. Sinakacho. Benemese. There we go. Big release. Oof, that was like an umbilical cord one for somebody. If you felt that pressure, like something pulled from your belly button, it sure did. Anyone know what I should do to spiritually clear Sun's new home before I do it? So, I mean, you can always call in your team to cleanse. Anytime you get a new place, like even when I moved into my new place, I always cleanse, you know. I like dragon's blood for cleansing. And burning it, that's what I like to use. And Palo Santo, those are my go-tos. Of course, incense and stuff like that too. Like I like the Palo Santo incense, the frankincense, myrrh. I like the dragon's blood incense as well. So whatever you feel called. For me, sage is more ceremonial. Like once you've cleansed, for me, then you sage. Or like when you're going to do some kind of like ceremony or ritual energy, for me, that's sage. But to each their own. But energetically, when I look at sage, it's like a celebratory, a ceremony energy, the frequency that comes through it for me. So for me, I don't use sage much to cleanse. But again, everyone do what you feel called to do. But when I look at frequencies, sage is Like if I want to keep my home feeling this way, that's when I'll burn sage. I want to keep it at this ceremonial, feel-good energy. If I feel something off, I'm not going to use sage to cleanse it, in my opinion. But if it works for anyone, that's great. Okay, I'm open to all the cabinets and I close all the doors, smoke it out, speak it over, then open the windows and doors. Yeah, and be in good energy, because people always get it in their head that I got to be like, get this shit out of here. No, you're in love energy when you're cleansing. I am grateful if there's spirits, energies here that need to go. I ask that you be gone with love and gratitude, leading you into the light, leading you into the healing journey. If there are attachments, I always send them to, because everyone has their, where they send entities or attachment energy. For me, it's like the healing chamber energy. So I always send them there, or if they don't want to go there, they'll burn. And I give them a choice. So you can literally say that if there's attachments or entities in this home, I ask that you send to be healed or burn. It's up to you. They have a choice, because if they don't want to, well, then you're going to burn. It's up to you. So, yes, I told them about picking it out by the heart, and they did too. I have incense. My son does not like the smell. So spirit team. I have incense. My son does not like the smell. So spirit team. Yeah, if your kids don't like the smell, it's sometimes they may have an attachment. So you still burn it. Remember, your kids don't tell you what to do. If you're the parent, you're the one that says what goes, and especially if it's your home. So make sure you're doing it. I had a similar issue with my son for a little bit whenever they were, because for me, ex-narcissist was putting entities and spirits on, past life spirits on my kids to try to have them work against me and do weird shit. So, and to try to steal them from me, because if they have attachments and entities, then I have to let them go, which I had to do because of him. But, it's also their mission to heal those things as well, same way as if maybe yours does. So remember that you have to feel like clearing. If you feel like clearing, you have to be in your authority and tell them, hey, if you're going to live in this house, I'm going to burn the incense. If you don't like it, you can go outside for a while, but I'm going to burn it, because I have found that cleansing your home, it's great. So the energy in your home stays great. So don't let anybody tell you can't. And then they need it too. Even if they don't like it, most likely that'll help keep the energy in your home clear. And then also say things like, I would create portals in my home if that helps you too. So like creating a portal at your front and back door, if you have both, and saying that nothing can enter, let your soul lead you on how to create that portal, calling the archangels, calling your spirit team, but creating that portal so that those attachments can't come in with them, so if that helps you. Hi, beautiful Rosa, welcome. So just an idea to help you, because I dealt with that with my older sons. When they got older, the narcissist ex that I finally kicked that shit out a long time ago, but then he tried to use my own children against me. So just if that helps you. I created a sanctuary and guardian portal in my home. Yes, Rylan, yes. And then wards over your home as well. Like for me, like I said, if a tree can't go into my house, when it fell on it, when they sent that energy, my ward was pretty good. So wards of protection as well over your home, if you have a platform, over your cars. Because if you have a lot of jealous ass envious people like I did, all saying that I couldn't have this, I couldn't have that, sending negativity constantly to you, put protection over what's yours, over your home, over your children, over your cars. Speak it, however you feel. Put that little extra coat of protection that you and anyone can do, and just believe in your magic, right? Our birthdays are 3 days apart, and my mom was killed when I was 3 months pregnant with Hun. Cinnamon sticks over entryways. Yeah, I used to do the cinnamon sticks. I haven't been doing it where I am lately. To constantly cleanse and protect. Yeah, and we don't cleanse out of fear, just to clarify, because some people are like, oh well, you shouldn't cleanse because if you cleanse, you're being fear based. And I'm like, no, I cleanse to keep the energy a certain vibration. It has nothing to do with fear based, because I know no one or nothing has power over me, but I want to keep my vibration or my home at a certain place. And if I feel a shift, don't you know, the minute I feel a shift in my home, I'm like, I'll literally say, whatever the fuck just came or tried to come, get the fuck out. I release you. I command you to leave. I declare, I decree, I speak in my fucking authority. Get the fuck out. Cleanse, and it's done, you know. But if you ever feel the shift, you know, cleansing, it's just what we do. Thank you. I'm going over there today to do this olive oil over doors and windows. Yeah, and just cleansing, like anywhere, like especially if it's a new home, cleansing doorknob energy. For me, doorknob energy is a big thing, because think about it. People come in and out. They had for years or whatever, however old the home is. Even if it's a newer place, there's still energies before and after. So, you know, those are the things we cleanse, right? But just know that you're protected as well. But yeah, in a new place, you do want to. I did here, and here it's very new, the energy. So, but I was, you know, it's just you're human, and it's good, you know. I don't lose it. I think it's great. I think my 6-year-old is bringing home bad energy from school. She comes home mad. Yeah, I had that issue with my son. That's part of the reason why I kept him homeschool. But you also have to realize that if your 6-year-old is bringing home the energy, they're most likely a strong transmitter as you are. So make sure you put on your own little bubble around your 6-year-old before they go to school. And, you know, even start teaching your 6-year-old to speak that protection over themselves too, to see themselves in a golden bubble before they go to school, for them to start putting their own protection, because remember, you're also there to teach them. So also, it's if you continue to send them like that, just teach them as well, because remember, okay, I don't know if you had similar experience to when I was a kid. Anytime I would tell my parents something, it was something negative I got from it versus someone trying to teach me. So if you now know more about spirituality or cleansing, you can put that protection yourself, but then teach them. You're the teacher, remember. You're the one that changes it if you didn't have that as a kid. So speak that. I mean, I don't say the word prayer, but in a sense it's like a prayer, because I don't associate with religion anymore. But I kind of like do my little prayer with my little man, or I would do that before he would go to school, when he would go to school. But now he's homeschooled now. And I'm no longer homeless. Yay. Oh, I love that miracle. Yeah, and remember, a lot of us got in it, and it's thrown in the whole energy. It's so that we can fully release as well. And a lot of us, and it wasn't comfortable for a lot of the things we went to, but we had to go down some form of hole so that we would never get there again and fully release the whole energy. That's the best way I can describe it. I'm moving in there 200, is that, 20,000 camper next to them. That's good. Yeah, and some families are coming together, the ones that are meant to be together. So just know that. Oh, it's 200,000? Oh wait, that's a lot of zeros. That is so true, sis. Yeah. And trust, you know, like a lot of spiritual families were separated, y'all. So know the ones that are meant to come together are. And if you still haven't with certain ones, it's okay. But the real ones, right? We're going to say that, because the toxic ones, those are not the ones we're talking about. Toxic ones, keep them where they are in the past. No access, 0. But like the ones that were being manipulated, used, that kind of energy, trust that the ones that are meant to be. And you can say that every day too. I say those kind of things. You know, the energies that are meant to be in Amanda's life are protected. The ones that are not meant to be in her life are banished from her reality. They have no connection to me. They do not exist in my reality. My energy does not exist in their reality. If you guys feel called to say that too, say those kind of things too. Because, yeah, leave those over there. Leave the haters over there. All the ones that were talking shit about you, trying to make people believe that you were this, that, and the other. We are not talking about those. Those will never enter your reality again. Leave those holes where they are. In the past. Yeah. Okay, let's see what else for the collective. And then I'll tap in with personals. If there's no personals today, then I'll let you guys go. Let's see. So they're showing me a lot of animals. So this is animal healing and animal coding they're showing me. So this is a big, like, okay, so if you have animals, but also, and I talked about the black cat earlier. Also, if there's certain animals that are meant to be in your life energy, it's coding for that as well. Moving over 2 hours away from where I was with X. Oh, I'm so glad, Miracle. That makes me so happy for you. Because anytime you move away from those energies, when I tell you, girl, when I moved here, I felt so free. So you'll feel that when you move away. Because there's like no way you'll even get close to that energy ever again. Hi, beautiful. I'll be doing a healing next time you're on. Okay. Since your last session, wow, I felt so much lighter and I can think clearer. Thank you. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for saying that. Yeah, I remember all that. The disc. I remember the disc energy. Oh, yeah. That was a lot you were holding for the collective. But when I tell you, trust and believe, energetically and physically, it will show up in your physical. Remember, all the work and healing we do in here, I do it like in the quantum, right? And it ripples into the physical. So trust and believe that that energy that you helped with the collective will be brought back to you in some form of physical form. Trust that. And not that you're looking for it, but in somewhere inside of you, be expecting something to come to you, something good. And trust and be open to it, because you did a lot for the collective. I was like, damn, girl. Absolutely no one knows where we're moving. None of the family. Yeah, girl, that's what I did. I was like, that's why I still won't say the city on here. I'll say Florida, but it's a fucking, good guess. Where you can guess wherever in Florida, but I'm not going to say the town or city, whatever. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Yeah. And even my daughter. I'm so happy, Miracle. You're going to feel so good. I'm telling you. I wanted to fucking, I don't know. You know, when you're a kid and you want to do what are they called? What is the word when you flip upside down? What the words that coming to my brain when you're doing, not flips, but that's the way I felt. Like I wanted to do the fucking just I was so happy. So what are they called, y'all? They're not flips. What are they called? Not handsprings, cartwheels. There you go. That's the word I was searching for in my brain. Yeah, cartwheels. That's how good I felt. And every time I went out, I felt like I could go out and I didn't have people watching me, following me, taking pictures of me, because I had stalkers. Like they were paying people to watch me and tell them what my neighbors were on their pay list. Like when I tell you, every time, you remember when I would do videos at that old house and I would start doing the video and then there's one, I still got it on my page, and I pause it and I'm like, I'm so fucking done with these neighbors. Because I would start the video, they would know that I was outside, and then they'd go start turning on the fucking lawnmower or blower just to make noise, because they were on their little pay shit, of annoyance and reporting and all that shit. But like I said, the minute I said the neighbors, because when they called the cops on me, because I had the music up one night, I said, whatever neighbor called the cops on me, she can't live here no more. And literally, you guys, it wasn't even a week later, she was moving out. I was like, damn. That's some fucking manifesting for your ass. I was like, damn, I need to get more mad with it and manifest. Because, you know, anger is a strong emotion, remember. So, I mean, if that's one for you, use it for manifesting. Get pissed off and say some good shit versus like when we're mad and we say fucked up shit. So, yeah, you got the power. Yeah. I was like, damn. I saw the you and shit. I was like, what the fuck? But I knew who it was then, because I knew, you know, it was one or the other. And then I said, I was mad. I was like, whoever the fuck called the cops on me, I said, she can't live here no more. I was pissed though. Like, but you know, those are the moments when you release anger too. When you feel that emotion, just say, I fucking release anger with this fucking anger I'm feeling. And I know that's why my team let it happen too, because they're like, oh, it's good for her. Takes a lot to piss her off, and especially now that she don't let nobody fuck with her, but she's still holding on for anger from the bullshit that happened. We gotta let something happen. That's so awesome. I'm so happy for you, girl. Yeah, it's such a big shift for you, Miracle. I'm so excited for you because, boy, you'll feel, I can't explain it. I feel so great here. And I know nobody can just show up or roll by. And then they would throw shit in front of my house. Y'all like throw shit and come bury shit in my backyard. And a lot of weird shit, you know. They were trying to what is the word? Contaminate the trees. Y'all remember how I would do my videos right behind the trees? They try to put shit in the fucking, I was like, what is wrong with people throw cemetery dirt and shit? I was like, bitch, I fucking work at the crossroads, ho. You think that's gonna hurt me, you stupid bitch? Well, I know. But like now it's like, you dumb. But okay, that's your karmic lesson. It's cool. Let her think she did something, then I'll be like, the next day, nah. No. Okay, let me stop. Me moving 1,700 miles with ex. Codependency and closing the cycle coming up must have been a reason I'm going. Yeah, let go of those codependency exes. It's only so that you can heal codependency if you dealt with a codependent ex. Or like maybe you had a lot of abandonment as a child, so you developed codependency, like not wanting to be alone. But once you heal that, boy, don't you know, I love being just with myself. Boy, and when you get to that point, then it's like, I gotta let people in now. My team's like, yeah, bitch, now you gotta let humans in. I'm like, what? No, not the trees. I love trees. Oh, I know. That, if anything, I think that's the thing that got to me more. I'm like, they trying to contaminate and curse my trees now. I'm like, y'all dumb. Yeah, me too. Hermit time. Yeah. It's funny. Now they're funny, but at the time I was like, oh, these people are stupid. Okay, here we go. So let's work on these animal things. Hi, Cody. I see you. I love you, Cody. Welcome. So good to see you, Cody. Sending you so much love, an energetic heart hug. I love you so much. Yes, I crave my own space. I will make it happen this year. I got this. Yes, that's the energy we're in. Everything is happening for us. Everything. Oh, thank you. I said, call me Coraline Jones. Even my nails I did on blue so that I could be matching my blue hair. Yeah, I'm just kind of playing with it right now. Because I was like, when I came back from I know something. Remember, I told you I knew some shit happened. I released a lot at your retreat. So when I came back, I did the red, and then I was like, no, let's do something else. And then I did the blue. Nobody saw me really with the red. It was a short time. I had the red. Then I was like, nah, let's do the blue. And then now I'm like, I don't know. I'm going to go to a different color now. Felicia, yes. Yeah, so I loved it. But yeah, I like it. So let's do this animal code. So this can be a lot. Like if you guys, I mean, even if you have animal aspects, animal codes are so broad, right? What we're about to receive. So just be open to whatever's for your highest and best. The color looks great on you. I like it. Oh, I'm so glad. I love it. It's my second favorite color, because purple's my favorite color, but then blue. But like a majority, like the bigger majority of my life, I always rock blue because, you know, back in my thug days, you know, I was a back in my thug days, I was a Crip, you know, so I always rocked the blue. I would wear like blue all the time, like, you know, that teenage shit that we all go through. I was that, you know, so. And then it took me forever to wear red, so it's like now I wear red. And I still sometimes like trip out when I put red. I'm like, girl, you are not no Crip. I don't know, funny story. But yeah. Yes, so much purple energy around me, yes. Okay. Back when I was in those streets. Okay, here we go. That's crazy, Cody. You came in here and then I saw some drafts right now when I close my eyes. That's crazy. Okay, here we go. Which that spirit animal is very powerful. I don't know if you've ever like looked into that, Cody, but definitely is. Ashabaka shekuma elese. Shanika suteva shatumia. Sho ayasa shonaka shuvotoshe. Yasa shomea she shakasha. Yasa mia shotokosha eye. Yatera kora moshate. Yase bosha. Elebia su shukone. Maya serakara sumeshata kashene. Ukula shavata kamachene kachune. Yatia machake chubora chama asha. Yasipotoshe kashamate. Chaya karise te shetika boshanatia. Rico share karabari korotereka. Kini katuba chenekate. Ayamoya kayestika shavota. Biasa shabakayasa. Osha. Ikanemasi. Amanase kotabo shataya. Yasubashini. Irikirikwa. Shalobia. Ikonemia sitikashe. Chaloba namucheta. Chekatopase. Iakasha. Iakasha. There we go. They're showing me literally a scene from like Madagascar energy. And then a scene from like, also, what's it called? The Lion King, where they're like all running. I'm like, damn, okay. Alrighty then. I feel like that freed up some animals. I don't know. Well, no, let me not say. I can't say I don't know. Hi, Willow. I see you. Welcome. Drink some water, y'all. That was a big one. I love the Lion King. Let's do a little dangin'. Hi, beautiful. So good to see you as a babies. I love the babies. I love the little babies. I'm drinking orange juice for my solar. Awesome. Hi, beautiful. Welcome. Yeah, I know. I felt that in the collective energy, but remember, everything's ascension, remember. So they could be helping you with your ascension if they're sick in the home. So just know that. And then even the little ones go through their own little ascension. I've seen that now too. So just, instead of using the word sick, say my kids are upgrading. I'm upgrading. The whole house is upgrading. We're just upgrading. Because it's a lot. And believe it or not, they did sign up for that. Like when you have a whole house full of all of y'all sick, like y'all literally were like, okay, I'm going to help you with this one. And they're all doing it. Yes, the whole house is upgrading. Yeah. Yeah, be in that energy, y'all. So let's end with a card. If nobody's on the list, let's see what's our message before we get out of here. And enjoy a beautiful day. Make sure you guys do some kind of self-love. It's Friday, you guys. So don't forget, use this Venus energy. Use the energy of ascension that we're in. So do something today. Do some kind of self-love ritual, self-love candle, whatever you feel called to do. But do something. I'm going to the symphony, so I'm going to feel extra loving. My youngest, I swear, is in tune with everything. He reacts to the Schumann astrology, all of it. Oh, I'm so excited. I love that. Thank you. You're welcome. Oh yeah, happy Friday. Yes, had a read with a beautiful soul named Carrie. In her read, she said, I've completed mine. Oh, I love it. Hi, beautiful. Welcome. So makes sense. I've had headaches helping others. Yeah, that ascension, we literally said, oh, I got it. I can help. And then over here, we're like, I think that was me last night, really. And I was like, guys, I think I'm done. I'm done helping the collective. I can't anymore. I was like, I want to go to sleep. Y'all, look at this card. Oh my, it's transformation. You can't make that shit up. Look at this card. It is so beautiful. Transformation. Wow, let's see what transformation says. It says, a period of deep change is occurring. Release what no longer serves you to make space for growth. Let go of the old habit, we just worked on that, belief or situation that is holding you back. Embrace the new gift with open arms. I gotta show that card again. Okay, Felicia. Look at that. That is beautiful. Wow. And it's got like the whole world and everything, but it's more like a planet energy. Oh, Rylan. I'm going to get one more. They're telling me to get one more, and then I'm going to tap in with Felicia. They're saying one more. There's something else we got to hear in here. These cards are so pretty. Empathy. Oh, look at this picture. Oh, God, these cards are beautiful. I'm going to show you. It says, man, this one I need my flashlight. Hi, Deborah. Welcome. This one says, empathy. Understanding another's emotions deepens your connections. Compassion expands your world. Truly listen to someone today. Offer understanding without judgment. Yes, you guys, if you guys still catch yourself doing that, I'm going to show the card, but I'm going to tell y'all. If you guys still catch yourself, and it's more of, I'm going to call it a spiritual judgment, right? Because believe it or not, we do that in the spiritual community. I'm going to speak on it real quick. We can't judge others. And again, I'm going to use, since we closed soul contracts earlier, we can't judge others that couldn't complete their mission or that didn't want to wake up energy. Or like, let's say you've tried to wake up your family, which we shouldn't do on our journey, but let's say you did. We have to realize that everyone's on their own path. So we should judge no one. Like, let's say you have still like a really low vibrational family member, like they're just not doing good things, right? We still shouldn't judge them, and we shouldn't be like, oh, well, they're still, I'm going to say what I'm hearing to say. Oh, they're still a piece of shit, not doing shit. We shouldn't say those kind of things, or we shouldn't judge people that we see that way. We have to see that they incarnated here for their own lessons, and we incarnated here for ours. So don't judge people that aren't on their journey like you, or that if they don't want to awaken. Because some people, they're not meant to. And if they were meant to and they didn't, it's okay. We have to see that. And if you're still harboring some form of anger, if someone didn't come through like you wanted them to come through, you need to release that. Because somewhere maybe inside of you it still may be holding some form of cord or attachment you to that person. So forgive people. And I'm getting like the divine feminine energy. So a lot of divine feminines felt like they should have had a protector, right? I know I felt that energy too. If anything, I was kind of like pissed off in a sense at my team, because I was like, where's my fucking protector? When I was going through it, y'all, you know, when I was being heavily attacked daily, all that, I was like, where's my fucking protector? The thing where the reason we went through the ascension the way we did, where we got heavily attacked and we came through it by ourselves, right? That taught us that we only needed ourselves, which is releasing the thought that we need someone to so-called complete us, right? We don't need a person to complete us. We needed ourselves to make it through that journey alone. So see that as well. But I'm getting that with the card as well, because it's two people. You see, it's two people. So if somewhere in your mind, and it's not saying that on the card, but it's still in channel, if you have that anger, or thank you for the gifts, or if you feel like someone should have had your back and they didn't, let that shit go. Because if you wouldn't have been by yourself, you wouldn't have seen that all you fucking needed was you. And that was a tough one for me to overcome. But when I finally saw that, and I was like, you're right, you know. I think part of the things that the divine feminine had to see was it's always meant for us. I don't want to say be on top, but we have the sacred wound of healing and bringing everything to fruition. That's a feminine energy, a woman. And I am going to say a woman on that. Even though we have feminine, masculine energy, yes. But we're the ones that birth and bring it in. And way back when someone decided that they were going to put a man over a woman, we already know that, right? We've already talked about that. But that's exactly what our journey was. A lot of us divine feminines that have been doing this work for so long was seeing that all we needed was us rising, and then the divine masculines that rose, that are there, they know who we are before we know who they are. That's what's even crazier. Or they're like, I got dibs on that one energetically, right? We're going to say that. So trust and believe that, even if that hasn't happened for you. But the divine feminine needed to see that they were capable on their own. So please let go of that if you feel like, where was my protector energy? Because I know I went through a time of that one. But part of me wanting to still feel love, but you're right, I love myself so much. Yeah, you had to come to that. And in a relationship, we have to realize you don't need a relationship. If you need someone, whether it's financially, whether it's emotionally, whether it's you don't like being alone, those things you have to heal them. Because if you don't, you're only attracting a karmic partner to teach you that healing. That's why I said, fuck that. I'd rather be all by my lonesome till I ascend to a certain level, to high priestess energy, not just empress, because that one, empress, was easy. I went through all the queens. I was always the queen of cups, right? The queen of cups, she's emotionally loving. She's a sweetheart. That was always me. But you have to then become the queen of wands, step into your magic, step into your purpose a little bit. Then the queen of swords, cutting off every MF that no longer serves you. Then empress status, right? You are that bitch. You are her. You are, all you need is you. But then ascending higher to the high priestess, where I'm a high priestess now. Now guess what I'm attracting? A high priest. So we have to get to those levels in order to see that. So just know that as well, you guys. We really need to look at things way differently. And that's part of the collective, what I'm calling rewrite that's happening right now, is really looking at your journey and seeing how shit happened and how you overcame all that. And instead of being like, damn, all I've known is fucking misery and bullshit, being like, damn, bitch, you made it through that. You did that. You did that. You did that. And can nobody come over here and say, oh, you got that because of me. Can't nobody say you did that because of me. They sure fucking can't. They can say it, but it's a fucking lie. Because you know all the work you put in. So please carry that, okay? And know that no one can take that from you. No one, okay? I'm learning how to love myself and get all my power back to me. Yes, yes. That was poetic. Thank you for that. You're welcome. Need a relationship with higher self. Just tap in every day. Oh, you sent to Karen? Yeah. Tap in with yourself every day. That's the only way. That's the only way the voice of your higher self gets louder. But like I said, I always recommend being in the grass, your body in the grass, cleansing your space, commanding everyone that's not meant to be there out, connecting just with yourself, your higher self, and saying that no one or nothing can speak to me that is not my higher self. I only accept a clear, divine, protective, sacred, clear channel to my higher self. No trickster spirits, no bullshit, just my true divine higher self. Say those things, you guys, and can't nobody come play with you. Okay? Okay, I see Felicia and Karen. And who else say they sent? I didn't see another one, but I'll look. I only allow a clear divine channel for me and my divine higher self only. And you could say things like no trickster spirits can come into the channel, and say it's bulletproof, shield proof, all kind of proof, however proof you want to say, but you're literally building like a temple around just you and your higher self to communicate, and nothing else can come in. And say that. And for me, when I've said it, using the emotion of like, I'm that bitch, that energy is what really calls it. Say, I only allow clear divine communication from my true divine higher self. Anyone or anything else has to get the fuck out. And you can say that. People think they got to be all love and light. No, fuck that. Especially if someone's trying to come into your fucking channel. These fucking trickster spirits or whoever the fuck it is. Some bitch that thinks they own your shit. Whatever. You have to, that's why you set those parameters, right? Yeah, grounding yourself with the shield around you, yes. What is the exchange for a session? On the live, they're $44.44. And my prices will be going up sometime this year, they're telling me. I'm trying to prolong it as long as I can, you guys, because I remember when I first started healing. And that's a fight that I have with my team every day. I remember when I started first healing and I couldn't afford a healing. And I'm like, well, how the fuck am I supposed to heal if I can't afford a fucking healing? When I tell you, they're like, but all the stuff you've been through, all the healing, all the dark nights you just went through, energetically your vibration has risen and you will have to energetically exchange higher. And so I'm allowing it. I'm still trying to prolong it, but they said this year I have to do it sometime. And I said, okay, I'll do it. And I left it at that. My left eye twitched. But right now they're still $44.44, just so you guys know. I'll just say it because, like, if you've never gotten one, I would try to get it in sometime before they force me to do it. And I say force me because I always try to prolong it. But I know I have to. And I did put in a lot of work. Like I said, after this surgery, I threw myself in the hole so that I could ascend higher. And it was purposely. So, and it hurt. And I healed a lot of generational curses at the same time. But I had 2 dark nights of the soul back to back. And it hurt. Yes, my own ancestors were messaging my 3D. They had to go. I appreciate this. I was able to get one. Yes. Reads are amazing. Oh, thank you, Rylan. She helped me find several aspects that were disconnected from my soul. Yeah. And we all can call them in. That's why I say Nobody needs somebody to do this work for them. Sometimes it's just the words that I just said. Call in parts of you. Call in who you are. Connect with versions of you or aspects of you that maybe you don't know that power that they hold or what they are, but just set that intention before meditation or outside grounding. Anyone can do this work, you guys. This is not limited. Everyone has power. Everyone. Just don't get sucked in with it has to be this way and only this person can help you. Because if someone's telling you only I can help you, you need to leave that room. That's not true. You can do it yourself. Everybody can do it. So don't let someone tell you, oh, you can't close that. You need me to do that. If you encounter someone in that, they're in their spiritual ego and you need to kindly exit. Because I encountered people like that and I was like, well, damn, I can't do shit by myself. And it really fucked with me for a long time until my team was like, get your ass up, bitch. And see that you do not need someone to tell you how you're going to do it. You just do it. And that was part of my journey too. So you can do it, guys. You can do it. And look at people that have done it as motivation, not as competition energy either, because that fucked up a lot of the collective for a minute there. Trying to compete with other people. The only person, if you're in competing energy, the only person you're competing with is yourself. If you see someone in their shit, just be like, damn, they're in their shit. I'm going to get on my shit. And that's it. That's the way it should be. Okay, Felicia and Karen. I went in my rant. But somebody needed to hear it. Yeah. If anyone else sent, let me know. I just saw Felicia and Karen. But if not, it's okay. And I only do 8. But I'm going to disconnect from the collective. And this too, if you are leaving, I always tell people this too because I learned this on my journey. If you are leaving, make sure you disconnect. Okay, I'm going to check Joyful Spirit. Make sure you say, I'm going to be you. This is what you say. I'm going to use Michelle as an example. I'm Michelle, disconnect from Amanda. I call all my energy, all my power back from Amanda. Amanda does not have permission to use my energy or my spiritual gifts for herself. Amanda cannot tap into my energy later. Amanda does not have access to what is mine. I do not give Amanda my power. Say that everywhere you go because I learned those lessons from other so-called healers that not everybody out here is trying to help you. Some people are trying to steal your shit. I learned it, so I teach it so that you can know it. I am not one of those people, so that's why I tell you to do that. So, but right now, I, Amanda, am fully disconnecting from the collective energy. I am giving you all your energy back to you, all cleansed and purified. And I am calling all my energy back to me, cleansed and purified. But everywhere you go, you say that. And make sure you say, I do not give whoever you're looking at my power. And they can't use my energy, my spiritual gifts. Because whenever I was first healing, I used to find that so-called healers would use their own moderators' energy and spiritual gifts. So the only reason they had access to them was because they would take it from their own mods. From what I saw. Okay. Felicia, where are you, darling? What would you like? Yes, would you like a healing, activation, DNA upgrade, whatever your team says. And if you're still here for the personals, you can still receive. Just set the intention to receive. If you're in this space, you're still receiving healing. But tell your team what you need. Chefs. Okay, let's see. Doesn't that karmically affect them for stealing energy? Oh, yeah, it does. It does. They have to learn that lesson. Remember, that's part of karmic lessons. Some energies incarnated here just try to, the same way I incarnated here to assist the collective in their vibration going up and healing to their highest potential. Other energies incarnated here for the exact opposite. They said, if I can stop Felicia, bringer of light, Jacqueline from ascending, stealing their power, keeping it as my own, even though I'm going to get karma later, but that's part of what I want to experience is karma, fucked up energy, fuckery. That's what they signed up for. Remember, in this life, there's no good or bad. It's the lesson that soul incarnated here to receive. So a lot of the people that worked against what I'm going to call the divine ascended I always do that. The divine ascended collective, they wanted to receive the other end of later going through karma, having fucked up shit happening. It's still an experience. We've had that experience before in other lifetimes where we were the so-called villain, right? So it's what you choose. You chose to come to earth to learn and feel. Were you going to experience suffering in the beginning and then be a winner? Or were you going to experience, oh, I'm powerful and I can steal what's yours and then go through karma? Those were the lessons a lot of energies came here to choose to ascend, feel, and learn through. So which spectrum you're on, you know. So if you were on the stealing end, it's time for karma. If you were on the healing and suffering for a long ass time and you didn't see how you were going to make it out of here, but now you're making it out and everything you've ever wanted is already yours, that's us. So, just so you know, I stay the observer and let go and let God, the energy seen and will be returned. Exactly. And you can say that. You can say that too. I'm going to connect my charger too before I get started. Jacqueline said she sent. That's what I was looking for. Oh well, I just got a confirmation. Sneezer. Yeah. The sneezer will tell you too. Okay, oh no. I don't see you, Jacqueline, on Cash App. Let me know if it went through on your end and I'll recheck it. But let me know if it went through. Right now I just see Felicia and Karen. Okay, I'm going to tap in with Felicia. Hi, beautiful. Welcome. I fell asleep in your live the other night. Oh, that's good. That's good, though. Oh, let me connect the phone. Let me connect the phone. I'm going to tap in with Felicia. Hold on, guys. You're going to hear the... Let me know if the phone or if the music got real loud, because sometimes that happens. Okay. If the music got really loud, let me know. If it sounds okay. My entire life was trauma. I swear you lost over 13 family members, drug addiction through it at 3 years. Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of us came here to also experience grief, miracle, and loss, but also to heal that for your family lineage. Because think about it, back in the day, like a lot of people wouldn't, for my generation, a lot of people, they weren't allowed to cry and feel their feelings. Everything was suppressed. So think about it like this. You said, I'm going to go down there. I'm going to heal all that. I'm going to go through all that grief, all that suffering, plus the shit that's placed on you when you come down here for the generation. And I'm going to cry all that shit out over and over and over again until I finally heal it. But then you receive the generational curse breaker rewards, which is your generational inheritance. So that's why people like overnight get like either a lump sum somehow, they win something, or someone gives them something, or it just comes in miraculously. You don't know how you got this check. You don't know how that got in your bank account, but it did. That's the way a lot of us is happening. So, or you meet someone that doesn't have kids, they don't have family, and all of a sudden they want to give you their whole damn inheritance that they've just been holding on to their whole fucking life. Shit like that is happening. So, but because of the work you did. It's never just handed to us. It's the work that we've done all this lifetime, basically. My soul chose the craziest, hardest path because she knows the warrior won't get through it. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm coming in, Felicia. Here we go. Just make sure you're still here. Say something. Because I was gonna run. Okay, let's see. Oh, I see you like in the live. You're here. Felicia. No surprise, your Phoenix came through first. Let's see what she's got. She's saying bird lead codes for you. So you're tapping in with other versions of yourself, but these are specific bird aspects of you. So I don't know if you've been seeing different kind of birds here recently. You've been seeing birds extra, but these are all confirmations from your team that this is coming through from you. It's the channel energy that I'm getting really loud. Yeah, whoa. I just tapped into it. Okay. Definitely I'm gonna say a higher loud bird channel energy they're giving you. Remember, like they really want me to tell you again, remember, like bird's eye energy, you have that ability. They're reminding you as well. Hi, beautiful, welcome. So like the same way you're human, Felicia, right now, right? I'm gonna use this as an example. Let's say you're sitting outside, right? And you're looking up at the sky and you see this beautiful hawk. You always see this hawk, right? He's always right there flying over you when you're sitting outside. 1, 2, 3 as I say this. Thank you, Tracy. You are able to access, meaning like shapeshifter energy, put yourself, Felicia, human, access that bird energy. So literally becoming the bird, seeing the top of you looking down at your human you. Your ancestors are saying that they really want you to tap into that version of you because it's like dormant energy that's kind of open. Remember, even though nobody can have what's yours, it's yours. But when you tap into it, it cuts other energies from trying to access it. But we've already said they can't access it, right? And I'm going to say that in the transmission when I do this for you. But see, my ears are ringing really loud right now. So just kind of claim your channel, they're saying. If you feel like just saying the words, I claim my bird channel, all that comes with, and no one has access to it. But start tapping into it more. Becoming that bird every day. Feeling the sensation of being bird flying. I get really big freedom energy as well. So if you've been feeling trapped or like nothing's changing, nothing's growing for you, that's why they say this channel will open up more channels for you. Even though you already have a clear divine connection to the divine, which your human still doubts, but when I tell you your clear cognizance is so strong, that's just your inner knowing. I don't know how I know, but I fucking know. I don't know why I'm getting my phone, but I'm getting my phone. And then the minute you get your phone, you get a text. It's that energy. You just know. Or no, I don't know if I should go to the store right now. And then later you find out, oh, there was like a big ass accident and all that shit was shut down for like 2 hours. You're like, damn, if I would have gone, I would have been shut down over there and for 2 hours, but I knew not to go. That's the energy. So you have that so easily that in your mind you don't have a channel. And they're like, no. This is going to help you feel the freedom and seeing things from a different perspective. That bird's eye energy is a big ass channel of opening your awareness, which is what they're trying to do for you right now. And I just posted, and you saw my story. I know you did. Okay, if you remember the story you saw on my, and anyone can go look at my story and see what I'm saying. The first thing that I posted, it's a dragon and a phoenix looking at each other. That is the energy that you're embodying right now. And when I said that, I said the people that are meant to see this are going to see it because it has coding on the story. And you were one of the first people that saw it because, I pay attention to stories. I do that on purpose, the stories, right? So that energy is exactly what they're saying for you to tap into. Okay. Oh, you're so good. Okay. But it's also mirror energy they're showing me for you because the same way the dragon and the phoenix are looking at each other, That's the energy. They're wanting you to see yourself the same way you saw the picture of the dragon and the phoenix. But they're wanting you to see you in that light. See yourself as the bird and the freedom that comes with it. Yeah, if this resonates with you, you're definitely here for a reason, because everyone's going to receive the bird codes energy. Hi, Liz. Welcome. So good to see you. So really play with the birds, Felicia. I don't know if there's like a bird zoo or like a bird place where they sell birds. Your team is saying if there's a place close to you that's like that, to go there. I don't know. Let me not say I don't know. I can't say that. Okay, let me look. Oh, it's the lock eye energy. Okay, I get what you're saying. Okay, so whenever we go to places like this, right? Let's say, I'm going to say a petting, like a pet place, right? Where they sell birds, right? With the minute you're locking eyes with these birds, when they're looking at you, remember, everything is placed in your reality for a reason. It's connection. It's coding. It's just like the connection whenever you lock eyes with your dragon. The birds are opening a vision. It's tunnel vision. It's tunnel channel, but it's still the ability to shift into it. So do that if you feel called to do it, or zoo energy, wherever there's birds. It could be anywhere. And if there's not a place, well, then look at pictures of birds, but try to zoom in on the eyeballs. Love the hair and nail color. Oh, thank you, beautiful. Thank you. It's my second favorite color. But yeah. So I'm going to ask for sacred space for me and you to do this transmission to assist with that. It's channel upgrade bird energy, bird's eye view energy. But it's more in shape shifting as well, because you're literally morphing into that whenever you do it. But allow yourself to do it. Don't be fearful. I don't know. I feel like a pushback whenever I try to like put it on you like a suit. So don't be fearful of what you are. What is that? Let me see. This is childhood. Hold on. Did you ever have an incident with a bird when you were a kid? Okay, so there's some form of, I'm going to call it childhood fear of birds. Was it placed there? Oh, okay. Okay, so this is more, I don't know, I heard chupacabra, but I know that's not a bird. But somewhere maybe when you were younger and you heard that and you took it on as bird energy, even though that legend isn't a bird. But I'm feeling like somehow they projected a fear of birds into you. No, but you were young. But that's the word that came to my head whenever I felt the energy. Okay. So whatever childhood fear of birds it was tried to place or projected onto you. No, I feel pigeons though. And one flew and flopped its wings over my head. Yeah, see. We can't be fearful. Okay. Remember, everything that we are or that we're meant to get power from or embody or connect to, sometimes there's some distortion that's thrown at us at some time in our life, so we won't connect to that. So I'm going to use something basic so our humans get this. Let's say, I don't know, this is so off, but this is the best way my human can explain that to your human. Let's say you're supposed to meet, I'm going to just say soulmate, even though I know you're in a relationship. Let's say you're supposed to meet a best friend at this restaurant, right? You go to that restaurant one day before that happens in this life, and you have a horrible experience. You get a roach in there, you have a rude waiter, and you're like, I'll never come back to this restaurant again. And guess what? That soulmate or that friend that you were meant to meet there 6 months later, you never met because of that distortion. That's the same kind of energy where they put the fear in you of the birds so you won't tap into this channel. It's kind of similar. I know it's way different, but you see, that's what they have tried to do to a lot of the Divine Collective, especially from access points, because I'm going to call this an access point for you. Your fears usually hide your strongest power. Yeah, sometimes that too as well. But sometimes it's a distortion that they throw at you in your physical. I'm here but packing because I gotta move rooms this afternoon. Oh, okay, Liz, but everything's okay, Liz. If you just have to change rooms, that's okay, but like everything's okay, right? Okay, so release that. We're gonna work on releasing that. That's why they brought it up, the fear of the pigeons. So I want you to just see, they're showing me it on your shoulder. So like, I want you to see during the transmission, see the pigeons sitting on your shoulder, but feeling the energy of love and connection versus, oh my God, I'm so scared of this thing. I don't know why, but I don't like it. Instead of feeling that energy, we're going to shift it to, oh, this little guy's got my back. This little guy loves me. This guy's giving me the channel that I need. Flip it, okay? So just close your eyes and see the little pigeon chilling there with you. And I'm going to connect with your inner child. And then we're going to do the bird codes, okay? So anyone can receive this. If you've always had a connection with birds, you don't know how, you don't know why, or you just love hearing birds, you hear them singing at your fucking window every morning, you are here for this. Okay. Because they fucking wake me up. Like, they fucking woke me up. Okay, but it's good because they're like, get your ass up. No, like, okay, here we go. Sasheta moshinoku ai. Animaseti kishuna. Ola pia kushanete kache. Rimia siti kashatu moshene. Ayo kiria karia positi shatiko shoti asati. Nina masatu shakai akure kovaratira ropa kashacho malishe. Bosho morese dasha sobasheni katia shopote. So many birds came in. Ashevia sita karavashani sete shboro. Bore mashate sovashani kurashato bosheni sashuele. Nina sito koparashta karasato shukore pore more shitika sete bore. Jaribari area lumore sita karawarsha taraboreteria. Lele la cure tarata pore shatise shurukuri kabita tu. Arebise, mani, korikati shota. You're so cute. Aritia se shavarikati, savarishatia. Malikatu, chamanitikatu, berita, tu piriti, shutori, taramari, tikarano, nesia. Nichi, alebeni, akuna masha. Ninakusevetisha ture akaleme. Iratokarishe, iratoshia konemesia, toshia tario keriti, jaremeni, korikaria, koria, mania numia se shatawa. Você me shitikatua cha, sitore belemi takasuta shani. Buia sita sota kashalo. Echa kasuchana. Bayati machita kuchepita nitaku. Ika kuku. Bari tolokoria puru. Akaka. Bisu sasasari kuru. Kuku. Baya kori karito puru kari karoti para yati aratari. Koro. Variati. Ala. So. Misia. Nini. Ani kuku. Aso. Shh. There we go, holding that. Your heart's shifting with that one big time. Just breathe. That was a big trauma, believe it or not, man. It's just releasing fully. Your heart's just getting super pumped. Wow. Así. Iro kurura. Barita, 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 cho no 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 no, ika ka 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 ko 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 ko, tita tita tita, mashi, tati ka tu tata tika ko kali ka 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 ko koa. There we go. Whew. Man, that just feels like a straight up peace energy. Wow. Thank you. Just gonna sit for just a little bit. Ooh. This is like peaceful nap energy. Wow. I love this. So good. Wow. Watch shifting. Your birds are so happy. I do feel like they were parted from you through that fear. So you'll see a lot more birds in your reality, because remember, when we're fearful of something, even if it's meant to connect with us, there's still some form of limitation that happens. So you just may start seeing them way more, but they're definitely connected on a different level, for sure. Thank you, Liz. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Wow, that was so cool. They're still all here, so if you feel like seeing them, look around. They're all around. Thank you, Liz. Thank you for that mustache. I'm all spaced a little bit longer because a lot's integrating. And then Karen, you'll be next. I see hawks, but not many birds. It's okay. It's okay. What you see is what you're meant to see. Did you see them on a tree? Yes, I could see them on a tree. I saw different scenarios. I still saw the beach energy. So a lot of white birds, those, what are they called? I really need to look into my birds' actual titles. But I saw a lot of the white ones by the ocean energy. So oh yes, seagulls, thank you, yes. How do I not know that with the Little Mermaid? I should just know that, right? Is there a channel that I need to request back with that? Thank you, Liz. If you guys feel called to request a channel that may have been dormant or not accessible, allow it to come in, they're saying. That's for me too. So if you feel that, please allow it. Are you still doing the group upgrade at 100K? Yeah, definitely. If we get to 200K, I'll do a DNA upgrade for everyone. I was just leaving the house and a bird was on my porch. Oh, I love that. I've been seeing a lot of the little birdies here recently, you know, since they're barely like coming out and I love it because everything matches. It really is us. Like we're just like coming out. Like I'm hearing that song. Which one? How does it go? Say it again. Do it again. Play it again. Oh my God. Do it again. I'm trying to hear the words. It comes out on, it says, I'm coming out, that song. Because you're seeing the little birds being birthed energy. Like I keep seeing the little birdies. So, and then for me, anytime I see something little and cute, it just does something to my heart. So I know my team's purposely sending me the little birdies so that I'm like, oh, they're so cute. And I've been seeing, you know how I tell y'all squirrels, I see them my whole life. I've had that connection with squirrels because, you know. But when I tell you they've been sending me little squirrels here recently, like everything's been little. They're like cute. And I'm like, oh, you're like, but they know they've been trying to like get me more in the warmy heart energy. So like the little kid energy is what that gets you more in. So they've been sending me a lot of little things like that. So I'm like, oh, and then ladybugs here recently, they've been just landing on me and they just crawl. And then me and my little man were looking at them and I'm like, oh, like come over here, this little ladybug. Like they just land. And then it's crazy because y'all know how I tell y'all sixes and me resonate so much because now I know, you know, the program of 666 was, oh my God. No, it's not like that. 666 is divine feminine energy and it's also equal give, equal take. It's a balance. So when you see a ladybug with 6 dots, it's equal. It's saying balance. It's saying 50-50 energy. which is what a lot of us have been embodying, is that balance with your light, your dark, your feminine, your masculine. So it's all synchronicities if you allow it, right? So that's what my team's been showing me, stuff like that. They're telling me I'm balanced, and they keep reaffirming it to me, because somewhere in my human brain, I'm still waiting for shit to fuck up, and they're like, stop doing that. They're like, shit's getting better. There's no more shit's getting fucked up or waiting for the fuckery to occur. No. They're like, get that shit out of your head. Wait for the good stuff. Like, good stuff to drop. Don't wait for shit to shift to the negative. It's not going to. No matter how hard people project on that, it's not going to happen. They have no power here. My team's like, they keep projecting that. They're only projecting it onto their own reality, but that's their fucking lesson, not yours. So, you know, yeah, I saw 666 license plate this morning. That's like being equal. Yeah, my birth certificate number comes to 666. Yeah, I have sixes on all my numbers. My passport, my social, I have 3 6s on all of them. Like, and 6s have always been in my reality. So like my whole life, my team's been telling me I'm here anchoring divine feminine energy. Even when I was a low vibrational feminine, I was still, like I told y'all, the Queen of Cups. I've always embodied that energy of just lovey-dovey energy. My fucked up part that I had to learn, not fucked up part of my lesson that I had to learn was you can't give that energy to everybody. And I was that one that, oh, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love everybody, always. Like, and they were not good energies to be like that with. So they had to check me on that, you know. So that's why I had to go through all that, which a lot of us did, you know. It's just part of our journey. Discernment, learning what is, what isn't, what's fake, what's real. When people are saying they love you in your face and they're straight up fucking lying to you and you know it, but why you question that you know it? Just because they do these nice things for you or they give you things. Nah, fuck that. When that bitch hates you and you're like, nah, this bitch hates me, guy or girl, you know you're fucking right. And you better fucking listen to yourself and kindly be like, bitch, I know you're all like this, but you're not really. I'm gonna let you go. So those were lessons, right? I always use the example of, because when I was a dental assistant, you know, dental assistants are like, bitch, I got you your Starbucks. What you want, bitch? You know, the girl that would call me like that. In my soul, I knew that bitch didn't like me. But she was always like, oh, girl, you know, I love you, you know, at the workplace, right? I got you, bitch. Now when I rewind, bitch was over there. Her hair's falling out. And she would pull out pieces of my hair when I rewind, and because I go back to do healing, right? So when I rewind to those times, the bitch, when she'd hug me, she'd pull out pieces of my hair. She'd be at home doing weird shit and fucking fuckery. And every time she brought me that fucking Starbucks, well, you think the bitch was born in there. So that's what I say. When your soul tells you, this bitch don't like me, family, friend, partner, they don't. Please listen. All right, I can read 3 people. Yeah, never fall into the fuckery. Or if they're always like trying to be that helpful coworker. Oh, I got you, girl. I got you. And they act like they got you, but then they go tell everybody that they did that for you. Yeah, you know, y'all, we dealt with those types too. Oh, I had to do her work for her. Bitch, you're the one that said you were gonna do it. I didn't tell you to do it. I could do my shit, but now you trying to go tell people you doing my work, bitch. Please. So we all dealt with those, right? Yeah. Well, that sounds like my daughter-in-laws. Yeah, sometimes they're right there. I know. Yeah, not everybody that claims to love you does. We learn that. And if we're still learning it, please listen to your damn self. We're still wrapping up, Felicia. Almost. I should take a twinkle break. I have to stay my distance, yeah. The quiet ones are worse. Or the ones, me and Carmen were talking about it last night. The ones that give you things, but then throw it in your face later. It's like I told Carmen, I was like, they give you stuff as credit so that then when they ask you for something and then they're like, oh, well, I did this for you, then they throw that in your face. Those people, we were literally talking about that last night, and Carmen, it's so crazy, like our perspectives, because she's like, I call it like they're trying to put money in the bank, and I'm like, yeah, and I call it credit. They were like trying to put it like credit, so that way when they ask you for something, then they can throw in your face if you for some reason can't do it. Yeah, them are the worst. I know, I dealt with those energies. The one that I tell you was my minister. The one that played my sister, she was that way, always saying what she did for people. She would do things with that intention to just say, oh, I did this, or I gave them that, and oh, remember when I gave you that, and now I need you to do this. I was like, oh, bitch, that was never a gift then. It's if you gotta tell people you're giving something, it's not, you're not doing it with genuine love. You're only doing it like for what we would call, I guess, the clout or the I did that kind of energy, which I've never been that type, but I dealt with that so much. So I think I need to release that. I think that's why it's coming up. Let's release that, because it came up in conversation last night with Carmen, and it just came up again. So let's release, if we have any, I don't want to say hate, but I'm going to say annoyance with people like that. Let's release that collectively. Yeah, I needed to release that. My team was like, finally, bitch, we were telling you last night. But I already released that before. But, you know, everything's continuous sometimes, so. I'll be right back. I'm going to go for a twinkle break. Releasing that for me with people like that. Yeah, we don't even realize that. Okay, I'm going to take a quick twinkle, and then Karen, you're next. But I haven't disconnected, Felicia, okay? I'm still in your energy. I'm going to go twinkle. I got twinkle. I'll be back. Oops. And they told me to get this little, it's like a little dragon. I don't know if you guys have seen these. Little baby dragon. And the little egg. They were like, show them the little dragon. I don't know why. There's always a reason, right? So cute. Look at little feet. I think he's so cute. cute. And he's my 2 favorite colors, y'all. That's why I tell y'all shit like this makes me happy. Like, I am lying. I really am kid. Because, like, to me, this shit is so fucking cute. And it just lights up my heart. It really does. And then the little egg, he was really in this little egg. And it opens. He was in there. But I don't put him in there because I don't feel like anything should be caged up, you know? Because I was caged for so long. So I just leave, I got the little egg, but he's like by the egg. But they were like, grab the little dragon. We're working on bird codes, and I talked about the dragon and the phoenix looking at each other. There's something there, Felicia. I always listen. I know, they're so cute. Welcome, everybody. Hi, Philly. I see you. Welcome. Or is she live? Sometimes TikTok says if she's either on live, Philly, or she came in here. I don't know. It's confusing. Invite. It just says invite her as a guest. So she could be either live or she's in here. Almost. Oh, no, there she is. Okay. Hi, Billy. Welcome. So good to see you. As I pull the little dragon out, you and your dragon energy are reeled in here. You already know you have a lot of dragons, so that's crazy. I love the confirmations they do. Almost, Felicia. Almost. Oh, they told me it's 16. Okay. They want me to say the word sweet 16. Huh. Okay. Sweet 16. And then count to 16. Okay. And then disconnect. 1. Backwards or forwards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, fully disconnecting. There's something there. Hold on. Fully disconnecting from Felicia. Closing all portals between us. Dissolving all those cords. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, consciously, subconsciously, telepathically. All the ways. So we're in our own energies. Giving you back all that's yours. And taking back all that's mine. One more time. They want us to take back our 16s. I felt it really strong in my heart when I said it. Thank you. Thank you for the gifts, Valerina. So good to see you. Fully dissolving all cords, closing all portals between us, giving you back all that's yours, taking back all that's mine. One more time. Closing all portals between us, dissolving all cords, giving you back all that's yours, taking back all that's mine. Yeah, I always use them because in the lineage or in the race that I was born into, in the Mexican community, you celebrate the 15, not the 16. So, but I'm glad I didn't have the quinceañera because now I know the ritual that's done with the girl on a quinceañera, which now I know why me and my daughter both refused a quinceañera. Because in my situation, when I was going to be 15, my dad said, do you want a quinceañera or do you want some money? Literally, that's what he said. And I said, no, I don't want a quinceañera. I said, I want a brand new bedroom set. And that was it. Because my room was purple and black at the time. And I wanted black furniture. So I got a black bedroom set. And I remember thinking that it was like a good idea because, a quinceañera is one night. And you feed everybody dances, has a good time. Yeah. Parade around like a princess. Yeah. But somewhere in my soul, I knew it wasn't right. And now that I know the ritual that it really is, I'm like, damn, I know I knew. And my daughter, it was the same thing. We were like, back at the time I was married, I said, do you want a quinceañera or what do you want? And she was like, nah, I want a car. And ended up getting her little Cadillac back then. So that was what she wanted. So, which I actually ended up wrecking the car. But we know that those were projections and people hating and all that. But we forgive them, right? But either way, yeah. I love you guys. I may have to go, but I'll stay as long as I can. Oh, it's okay, Zena. It's okay. We love you. We're so glad you're here. My parents didn't believe in that. Yeah. And she was like, no, I don't want one. So she ended up getting something physical too, like me. Oh, I was pregnant at 16. Yeah, I ended up, and that's part of the reason why I didn't do it, because in my mind, I wasn't a virgin. So I'm like, I'm not going to do what I don't want to say, I guess I kind of did judge girls then, because I was like, these girls are straight up hoes, the ones having kids. And yet I said, I am not going to parade around and act like a virgin when I know I'm not. And one of not my friends, but my friend's cousin, she was pregnant during her quinceañera, but she hid it because she was a little hefty. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that kind of stuff. I know in my mind that was a tradition, and I wasn't a virgin, so I wasn't going to sit there. And in my mind, it was like lying to God that I was a virgin. So I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. But in my soul, I knew it wasn't right. But now I know what they attached to the poor girls at that age, and it's not good energy. Oh, I just found a bird feather on the floor. It wasn't there before. Thank you, Spirit. Yes, I always thank them when they send me those. I had one and found out that one day that my dad wasn't my biological dad. Yeah, that's tough, but it's okay. I mean, in my opinion, as long as they're a father or a mother, they don't have to be biological. Like, even family, family is really what you make it, because friends can be more. Like I said, I never had a sister in this life, and a lot of you guys have given me more of that sister love and Carmen versus that individual ever did. So that's why I say family is what you make it. So we shouldn't get stuck in biological or not. But if he wasn't, well, he wasn't. Oh, it was emotional. Yeah, see, I know. Sometimes it's just so that we can heal that father wound, if you had that. So it could be like ancestral healing of father or father wounds. Sometimes that's how we heal it, by having a not good step parent, or what we would call not good step parent. But sometimes we can't see that. Everything, sometimes we internalize, and sometimes that's where we kind of fuck up whenever we go through things. We think, I must have done something to deserve an abusive step parent or something like that. But no, you went through that so that you can heal that. But daddy wounds are big, and those things hurt. Even the mother wound, both. And some of us have had both. So those things are big. So be gentle with yourself, but know that you deserve love. Just because a man treated you that way does not mean that you don't deserve the love that you are. Please know that, because I used to think it was okay for men to hit you, because my father was my biological father, but he was very physically and mentally abusive. So I used to think that's the way it was. That's just what men did. And now my team's like, fuck no, men aren't supposed to put their hands on you like that. That's not normal. And also, I had a talk with Carmen about that the other day too, and we're talking about it again. So not excusing that, because I used to just excuse it like, well, that was my dad, that's what he did, that's how he loved, that's how he parented. And my team, and I know that's why it was brought up again, you don't excuse it. You have to forgive and let it go, but that's not okay. It's just not okay. You have to remove it from your mind that that's okay, and that it was okay for that to happen to you. So just let that go, because for me, I had a release with that the other day for that. I'm ready for true relationships with no competition. Yes. See, and my team said that too. Competition should not exist in this realm. Everything is a collaboration. That's what my team said. There's no competition. Everything's a collaboration. When you meet someone, it's a collaboration. You're going to get something from the lesson. They're going to get something from the lesson. It's not a competition. If you're competing with somebody, you're just competing against yourself. And you need to see that within yourself, that you're competing. But some people don't get it like that. They just want to be better. They want to be above you and have a power over you, like the people that worked against me. And it's not going to happen. But whatever. You can keep trying and fuck up your life more. Cool. That's you. So, you know, just have those perspectives. I dissociate from my own childhood. I lost a lot of memories from it though. Yeah, I know. It was hard. It was hard. But no, see your strength through that. My dad says he doesn't remember, but I had to remind him. Yeah, and my dad, he was literally on his deathbed and he literally said the words to me, I never did nothing to y'all. And I was like, okay, all right, you know? And if you don't think that beating your children and every day and physically beating them by talking to them a certain way isn't fuckery, and you think you didn't do nothing, you go right ahead and go that way. But I knew it was wrong. My dad, I did forgive him before he passed. Yeah, you have to forgive him. That's for you. Yes, because we are in a mirror matrix. Yes, collaboration. I love that. Hi, beautiful. Hi, Stina. Yeah, nothing's a competition. I started saying that one as a mantra too. Nothing's a competition. Everything's a collaboration. Because the ex-narcissist that I dealt with, everything was a competition. So he would try to always give me his competitive energy and for me to take it on as mine when I was never that way. I was never competitive, never jealous. That was his energy that he always tried to project onto me. So also seeing that I was still holding that, my team said, and I was like, I'm not competitive. They were like, no, but you still holding that for him. And I was like, oh. It was like the emoji moment. I was like, oh, well, let's give this back to him. So if you dealt with a narcissist or somebody for a long time, whatever energy you may be holding, just make sure you return it. Say even if I'm holding anger or like, what was the word? Like I'm very confident, right? But whenever he was doing the whole destiny swap thing, what he was doing things in like parts, right? So he would take little things by little and I wouldn't even notice. My human, way back then, he has no power over me now. He don't even exist in my reality. I'm just going to say that. But that was the way he would do it. So he would try to take my confidence and give me like competitive, judgmental, envious, ugly energy, you know. So whatever you dealt with an individual, make sure you return that energy. Say if I'm holding any energy from XYZ, if there's more, I return it with love and gratitude, but I'm grateful for holding it and for the experience. Because remember, you held that energy and you didn't embody it. So you see, you have to see those as wins and like, damn, bitch, you held that nasty shit and you weren't a nasty bitch, like meaning disgusting like that. You know what I'm saying? So see those things as wins because your soul said, I'm going to hold it and I'm not going to beat it. So those things see them as wins too. Okay, Karen, you are next, my love. Let me know what you like. Healing, activation, DNA upgrade. And like the whole cheater thing, remember I told you guys, if you had someone that was that way and they made you believe you were the cheater, but they were the cheater the whole time, also that energy, make sure you release it. Because like I told y'all, I used to always I don't know why I felt like I was the cheater. I'm the cheater. But it had been given to me and banged into me, literally. So release that, you know. You're not that. What is needed? Okay. Yeah, you did disengage. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Karen. So I have ancestors stepping forth for you. 1, 2, 3. Female lineage. I'm smelling cigars or cigarettes, so I don't know if they smoked or if that was something that your lineage is into. Let's see. Yeah, so this is literally kind of what we were just talking about. What they're saying is we're working on reclaiming your feminine divine energy back to your lineage. So again, I always say when the ancestors come through with this kind of transmission, it's because you deserve to have your divine feminine power, where 3 generations ago the women gave it over to a man in order to be either societal, that was societal norm, or they were more just, they were so loving and giving that they just loved the heck out of their husband. They didn't realize they were handing their energy over, or their power, right? So what they're wanting to do for you is cleanse and give you, and requesting, let me make sure I say this right, cleansing and requesting your ancestral divine feminine energy. I'm seeing them as 3. So 3 generations back. So this is ancestral healing. I'm also seeing your womb. Even though we did womb healing earlier in the live, they're wanting me to heal your womb and sacral specifically. We're going to get like deep in the sacral. So I don't know if you've been releasing past energies, but I feel an interference there. So anytime I feel an interference with your sacral energy, it's somebody's pulling at it. So even if you're not, like, let's say you have an ex that maybe you thought you would never let go of, but you finally did, right? But somehow, for some reason, occasionally he still pops into your head. That's the energy of your energy being pulled from that energy, not you. So reclaiming your stuff back and cleansing your womb and any sacral cording that is not in alignment with you be dissolved. Also, I see the bigger ones. Okay, let me see. Okay, so cords, there's what we call basic cords. Well, I'm not going to say basic, but they're just general cords. And then there's the ones that are really like, they look like, okay, so like energetically, I'll just use my hand as an example. Energetically, the regular cords look more thin, like a pinky, right? The other ones are like thicker. They're more ancient. They've been there for a long time, meaning it's been lifetime after lifetime, in a sense, with the same energy pulling at your sacral. And they're showing me spirit energy. So spirit hopping energy as well, meaning it's like, I know this person, but I know them too good in a not feely good way. Maybe in the beginning it was feely good, but then it turned, this is not feely good. Best way my human can describe it to you. Okay. Or toxic would be the human word, right? It could have turned very toxic. So we're going to cleanse your womb of that. We're going to dissolve the cords and heal the ancestral 3 and reclaim your ancestral energy, sacral specifically, but energy and power from these lifetimes be returned to you, because now it's you, the ancestor energy. But let me see. They're showing me spirit again. Let me see. Okay, so any spirits or attachments from 1, 2, 3 lineages back that you're... Okay, so you completely cut this energy off. So you have defeated the energy. I'm going to say the word like that. Fully defeated, released, but they're still pulling. So we're going to close that cycle, and I'm going to use the word that you have defeated that spirit, and we're commanding that spirit and any ancestors attached to that spirit in this lifetime and past lifetimes be returned to their rightful owner. So sometimes, let's say the person you dealt with, they had like low vibrational energy, spirits, attachments, and ancestors, and they still come and mess with you because of this cord. So when we dissolve this cord, they're not able to come into your energy anymore. They have no access, because we're like closing the cycle and telling them, no, we defeated this, we fully let go, we surrendered it, it's done. Versus they have no access, because we're like closing the cycle and telling them, no, we defeated this, we fully let go, we surrendered it, it's done. Versus life energy right now. So we're fully telling them no, commanding them out, and they have to listen now. Okay, so here we go. Breathe. I want you to take 3 inhales and exhales with me. Inhale, exhale with the blow, One more. Exhale with the blow. One more. Exhale with the blow. And these thicker cords, you may feel an actual pull when we pull it out. We're going to put as much source love healing energy in there, but it's right below your belly button, this cord. So you may feel it right there and behind your back, lower back energy. So if you feel like a little pinch or a pull, just breathe. That's why I had you do some breaths before, okay? And we're going to be in the womb too, so you may feel some stuff shift there because there's access points and openings. We're closing that. Nobody has access no more. Ashavaka shikiti. Chuto. Simeshi akachama erekure shivakashanati ochone ise. Shule kasimeshi ache ochake eniche tubosho. Aya leka shikotika chepa akache. Ishabalema shayo kanashitika shubitika shami ashatiko shibia ache. Unya sashiva shaka shumene. Ooh, there's also a collar around your neck that's going to be removed ancestrally. Baria siri karisha puta shamitikashe. Alumi. If you feel like moving your neck, do so. Aya shabika shati koro seva shiakasha. Ukashimatika shitokoba aikasha. Iati asha ukosha era seria kureshi. Biasa. Biasa. You may feel some heat in the solar plexus. Bayasa mishini kani bori karabura. Urashache pulokashakechia. Ooh. Inya sita korebesita shotevashinya sita korebashia. Iatushubetea sashua. I feel like fertility is being returned as well. Basha metika sita koshavinya. Ilo koresita shati matu aka. Ooh, hot energy. Ane. Ane bisa kishikachu aya kashetu biane. Uri ashobesia. Asini ashawa anukushe. Irabi hase shetimose. Shune kashabia kushatia kushabie. Beya leshana sutika chayo. Oh, they love you, your ancestors. Yasi taresi biasha chami satushia barutetia. Usha vitiana. Yakushari kuacham yakushana shatua. Ishiti burashemachi yakushaka. I'm going to say on behalf of your ancestors, reclaiming your uterus, I'm going to say like hysterectomy energy, returning that to your lineage, returning your birthing abilities, all that you can birth. Isiakusha ba'ache ekuna achi ara. Yashuma yasito bosheni asuaka. Ini hasimene shita ishatu meshe ushakane miasatu isakaroshe buhamene uasha esikimiti kashuti bisia shitia awasa bukosho. Breathe, inhale, exhale. Yasi ashumeti kacha. Nana mani chukua. There we go. Now it's calming the storm energy. Inamoshataya. Usacha. Ushacha. Yes. Birya satu chakachumone. Inakune mone chunukumuneche. Isaru beresa. Usaru borisia. Kichakawata. All your power is returned to your lineage, Maria Surya. Irokormashachi machakache. Isukuchakacha. Situkuni ani uni asare. Sorariare varisara shobele torea. Nana manusha. Nana manusha. There we go. Oof. Man, your ancestors received a lot of healing with that. It's almost like they were holding baggage as well for other energies. Hi, welcome everybody. But yeah, just like heaven sent, what did you say? How did you say it? That's birthing stuff into the physical as well, isn't it? Yes. So in a sense, energetically, it was like somebody, or I'm gonna say something, had your feminine lineage, sacral birthing energy. So I don't know if your mom or grandma ever had like hysterectomy or something ovarian happened where stuff was removed. But when those things happen, something else has that energy. So what they do, then they return it to you and you're able to birth thing. Like, and I mean birth, you can birth a physical child, yes. But meaning you can birth in businesses, you can birth ideas, you can have like, oh my God, I don't know why I want to start this business, but I know it's going to work. And you just go getter energy and you birth it and you birth something else. It's that energy that was returned to you. But there was a lot of cleansing in the womb. But I do feel like it was an attachment in your lineage that nobody was able to release, but you did. So anytime that happens, make sure you're releasing and seeing that within yourself, because we need to see when we fully let go of something like that. And then I do feel like it was very strong sexually. So like, I don't know, if whoever's coming to your mind, if you can think of an ex like that, y'all, it was more sex based, or they always just wanted to have sex with you. It was more sex based, and you don't know why, but when you were in the relationship, you couldn't like almost say no. You wanted that sex too. You don't know how, but you knew it was toxic or it wasn't good for you. But that was that pull. That's the energy of attachment energy. So I always say that so that people can understand sometimes that are going through karmic loops or attachments from past lives. If you feel a connection like that, really ask yourself what it is and what you're feeling. Because if it's more sex or that, just like that based, you really have to see what you're having sex with. Like not in a negative, but like you have to defeat it knowing that that's the pull and push that you feel towards it. But your soul some's like, no, this ain't it, this ain't it. Just so that your human can understand. But we cleanse that, close those portals, remove that ancient cord, packed it up with source love energy. So it's all moving around right now. So you may feel a lot, but drink plenty of water. They do have womb healing meditations just to like second it in 7 days, your team's saying. So I would do it next Friday. Just go to YouTube, look for some form of womb meditation or womb healing. I've never seen them, but I'm pretty sure there's something like that. If you can't find womb healing, look for sacral. But some form of meditation will help integrate it further in 7 days, because your body's going to integrate what just happened. But if you want to help it, kind of like when I ring the bell, help it, in 7 days, do some form of meditation. Or if that resonates with anyone and you let go of a relationship like that and you were in here and you accept the codes, I would do it. I have done them. Yeah. See, your soul knows. You see how our souls know, and you need to see it whenever you've done them. Your soul knew there was something there that you needed to clear. So in next Friday, do a womb healing or a sacral healing just to it, because you're pouring in more of your intention and knowing that it's fully being released, even though it already is. It's in the works energy, but your human will help it. That's why I say you already knew. We heal them through womb, take on their junk. Yeah, and we don't realize it. That's why I tell people it's very important who you have sex with, especially if you're on your healing journey. Because let's say you only have sex with one person, but this person's like a major hoey, right? And they have sex with like they got a roster energy, and you're just being loyal to that one person. It's like, might as well say you're energetically connecting to all those people. That's why it's important that we do our own cord dissolvings, our own womb cleansing, and not take on other people's stuff, because it's mind, body, spirit whenever you're connecting to someone sex wise. It is, and you are literally entering into a contract with that person. Why do you think I said after Narcissist X I just had that one boyfriend? Because I knew I wasn't trying to take on other people's shit. And when your soul knows that, you're not gonna sleep around. You're gonna value yourself, and you're gonna see that I'm not taking on nobody else's shit, because you're trying to heal that. You're trying to remove that energy and attachments and spirits and all that comes with it. So just make sure, I'm not saying that you're that way. I'm just saying I know, especially after that healing, you don't want to just be, even if it's not you, like I said, if you're choosing a partner that's very sexually active out there, don't choose that. That's what I'm trying to say, especially after that healing. I have had many partners in the past, but have been celibate for 2. Yeah, and those are the ones pulling at you. Me too. Me, it's been almost 4 years since well, it was more than that, but what I'm saying is they're still pulling at your energy, because remember, you have to think of yourself as yummy energy, especially if you're a divine feminine. And when I tell you the energy that I felt from you is divine. So when I tell you energies like that, they want that so bad. They, like, you're like a yummy chocolate or fucking sundae dessert, whatever you want to think yummy is, you're that to those attachments or those energies. So you have to think of that. So now that you've already cleansed that, you've released them, you've been in that healing journey for 2 years, you're good now. So now just connect. When you connect with someone, take your time, get to know them, feel the energy, and listen to your soul. If your soul says this ain't it, it's okay. When we're trying to force a connection or force something, that's where we fuck up. So don't do that. Don't fall in that trap. Continue on your healing journey, even if it's longer than 2 years, but eventually you'll align with the divine match that you are. But a lot of us are coming together this year. So if it hasn't happened yet for you, trust that it is. So, because like energetically, like I always look at partners, I look at the karmic cycles, and I look at the divine soul contracts that are coming together this year. When I tell you, because I laugh at the karmic ones, sometimes I check in on the karmic contracts too, because they're funny, you know. But the divine ones, looking at them, and I'm like, man, we did a lot of work to, and you have to see, I know in spaces like this, there's more feminine energies like women, but there's men behind the scenes that have been celibate. They've been on their shit. They've just been focused on their work or healing work, and they're just behind the scenes chilling. But when I tell you, there's a lot of them doing the work for us, and they know us before we know them. They're already watching us. And so if sometimes some of us that have been doing the work, if you feel sometimes like, whoa, I know who that is, or even silhouette energy, y'all, that shit is real. Because if you feel like a silhouette, or you see a silhouette, like, and it's more before bed, they come and check on you. Or if you feel like someone sits at the bed with you when you're about to go to bed, that's your divine counterpart already coming and kicking it with you right before bed, because you don't feel the energy off. You feel the good energy. That's how you know. So that's why I tell you, they really are already watching us, or in our energy in a sense. So pay attention. Don't be like forcing it, like, oh, I want to see him now. No, don't do that. But if you feel it, just be grateful to your team. Like, if that was my divine match, I'm so grateful that he came to see me. And then again, it's still allowing and showing your team that you're open, but you're not forcing, right? Because you can't be forceful with divine matches. You cannot. And if you're in forceful energy, you're not ready for it. I can tell you 100%. If you're forceful with, I want a man, or I want a woman now, where's my divine match? You got healing still. Sorry to burst your bubble if that's for you. No, I'm just saying it. But I'm sure my collective, we're ready. But like the ones that if you're forceful, you're not. And I'm going to disconnect in a minute. The dragon, yeah. I'm telling you. And they know, like I said, And a lot of them have been watching. I'm going to disconnect in just a little bit. And that's everyone on my list. Joyful Spirit, I never saw your payment, so if you didn't send, it's okay. But we're still, yeah. Elevation at the bottom of the deck. I'm feeling I'm feeling like pulling a card. Openness. Yo, you can't make that up. It just fucking did it. And I said, I'm going to see what comes through because there's something here we need to see. Yeah, I'm still in your energy, love. I'm going to read this card. Look, but look. What's on that card? What were we just talking about? And this is men and women that have been doing the work. Of course, we're more feminine in here, and this is a man on here. But a man in here that's been doing the work or looking on the outside, because some watch me on the outside. I see you. Yeah. It says, true receiving. Let me get my light. When they're the darker colors, I have the cat ID, y'all. True receiving happens when you release resistance. What did I just say? And allow all possibilities to unfold. Let go of rid expectations today. Embrace whatever comes your way with an open heart. Don't tell me that and just go along with what I said. And he's literally like this. But if you're sitting in your house waiting for your divine counterpart to knock, you better get your ass out of the house. Thank you, sister. I'm driving home. If I don't get a chance to say goodbye, I do it now. Love you. Okay, beautiful. I love you. Count his fingers. I'm ready. It will be in a divine timing, divine alignment. For me, they've told me not to talk about love life on here anymore. They're like, no, you're not allowed to talk about love life anymore. That's the rule for life. And I'm like, okay. All right. Because there's people just watching to see if something already happened or it didn't or it did. And yeah, they're like, no more love life conversation. If someone asks you if you're single, you cannot answer that question. He got 7 fingers on one hand and 6 on the other. Oh my God, you're so funny. If anyone else sent, let me know. If not, I'm fixing to disconnect from Carrie, and then we'll see what we do for the mods and the group. When? 10. Count to 10. They're saying for you. Okay, here we go. Just breathe, because I do still feel your process, but it's still processing your cooking energy, but like good cooking. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna disconnect on 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good reading, yes. Fully disconnecting, dissolving all cords, closing all portals between us, giving you back all that's yours, taking back all that's mine, closing all portals between us, dissolving all cords, and again I'll say mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, consciously, subconsciously, telepathically, giving you back all that's yours, taking back all that's mine. One more time. Dissolving all cords, closing all portals, giving you back all that's yours, taking back all that's mine. There we go. I felt the release. It felt like a but it was like, I guess I'm going to use surgery as an example, because like something was placed there. Think of it like something was yanked out, and then we put healing on it, but then I was still holding it, but then I move out of the way, and then you feel the pressure. That was kind of the energy. Oh, beautiful, yeah. You may feel yourself wanting to birth more things, so being more in that go-getter energy, follow those light bulb moments if you start having them. or like if you start wanting to go do things like more social and before you weren't, follow it. Or like, let's start, I'm seeing a dance class. So if you start seeing like a dance class and you're like, you know what, I might sign up for that dance class. I don't know why, I just feel it. Do it. There's something there. Okay. All right. Anybody else on the list? If not, I'm gonna tap in with we're not at the 200K. Do y'all wanted me to do the mod, see if we can get to the 200K for the DNA? Or do y'all want just a regular activation? It's up to y'all. If y'all think y'all can make it to the 200K, if y'all be like, nah, we ain't gonna make it, it's good, we'll just do it. It's up to y'all. Yeah. Yeah, follow those whatever nudges you get, because you're more, yeah, you'll know. You'll know. I know, you'll know. What y'all think? Let me know. We do the mods? See if we can get to the 200K for a DNA, or y'all want just a regular activation? They're both good. The DNA is more energy for me. It's more amplifying for y'all's ascension. But an activation, a regular activation is great too. So it's y'all. Let me know. We do the mods. Mods first. Okay. Anything specific you mods want? I'm happy what everyone wants. Oh, you're so loving. If you're not following Liz, y'all follow Liz Quantum Energy. Liz is amazing. If you can pin yourself, Liz, or someone can pin you if you can't pin yourself. If you're not following Liz, y'all follow Liz. Liz is amazing at what she does. When I tell y'all the healings that she's done for me, even that listening ear or checking on me, Liz is amazing. And when I tell you, she said the words I needed to hear at the exact moment I needed to hear them, exactly the way I needed to hear them, she did. I'm good with whatever. Okay, it's been so long. She's amazing. Yes, y'all follow Liz. Y'all love my life. Y'all love her life. She's amazing. And she's, when I tell you, ancient souls that incarnated way before, and I'm not saying that you're old, Liz, but I'm saying you're strong as fuck. When I say y'all incarnated in a very, I don't want to say difficult, but I'm gonna say difficult time, and took on what y'all did. Plane flying over as I'm saying it, and I got my door open so you can hear the plane. You did. So extra pats on the back for Liz, and love to her, because Liz is amazing and y'all love her. I'm old but young at heart. No, and you're not old. And also start saying I'm young. I'm whatever age young. I say I'm 40 years young. I am not old. I am 40 years young. And every day I get younger, baby. I'm aging backwards. You're both queens. Oh, thank you. Yes. Liz is definitely a queen for sure. Liz has helped me so much with my awakening. Yeah, y'all follow Liz. She's awesome. No, I know I feel like I'm 35. Yeah, see? I always say that's why. Let me not say it. I'm going to say it with the intention to release it. I fully released that I only attract younger men, but that's why I would, because the energy of mine is playful. So I can't help it if I'm 40 and I attract 20-year-olds. It's not my fault. But I release it. Okay, I'm 18. 118 will be 65 years old. Oh wow. See, and we don't feel like it. We're so young. We're so young. I feel like I'm getting younger as I get older. Yeah, I look young for my age. Same, girls, same. Yeah, we're getting younger. We're not getting older. Fuck that old shit. I do not accept that program. And if I ever celebrate a birthday for myself, I'll celebrate it with the intention of it not being a age ceremony. It'll be in celebration of that I'm only wiser and more beautiful. I'm not older. Okay, let's see mods. I believe my divine counterpart is sleeping, girl. I'm still out here. Whenever I tell people my age, they're like 40, like, and it don't bother me when they react like that. I get the complete opposite. I'm like, yeah, boy, I'm 40. What you think? So, because they can't believe it. They can't believe it. They're like, no way. I'm like, yeah, I'm 40. They're like, what? And then they'll, what? 40. Like, I get those reactions out here. I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking 40, bitch. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I'm 38. I believe. Oh, I was reading again. I keep getting ID checked. Oh, look at you, girl. I seen something about us getting younger partners. I'm like, I don't want to babysit. No, don't think like that. Don't think like that, because a lot of our divine soulmates, like in my situation, that's why they told me I attract younger energies, because there was a time when they were trying to take out possible soulmate energies of mine. So don't be closed off to younger energies, because they literally reincarnated to try to get a chance with you. So don't be closed off to younger energies. Fuck all that program that, oh, well, if you're going to get a young guy, they're going to cheat on you, all that bullshit. No. Fuck all that. There is young, good-ass men that are men versus a 40-year-old man-child. Let me say it like that. There is young men that are on their shit, and they will love you till the day you die. So don't let age be a thing, y'all. Fully release the age thing. Fully let it go, because there is some that's all I'm gonna say about that. Okay. Oh, okay, I'm getting in the gutter, son of a. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Okay, mods. I feel him hard. Then you say that. All I'm gonna say is alignment is alignment in many ways. And I be twitching this shit when I say it. But when I say, just because I'm 40 does not mean y'all know what I'm saying. Okay, here we go. Jumping with the mods. Does not mean I can't do it like a 20-year-old. We're in our prime, exactly, yo. Shoot. Okay, here we go. So, age ain't nothing but a number, baby. Remember what Aaliyah said. Go listen to that song. Go hear Aaliyah. I don't know why when I was in my time in that time, that song just resonated. And time after time, I keep getting that age lesson. I keep getting it. Okay. What? I'm seeing a big bridge. Where are we? This is Australia energy. Okay. So all I'm at liberty to say on this one, mods, if you guys feel like meditating on this one later, please do so. But remember, things now, they know that there's other energies listening, watching on the outside, not just on the outside, y'all know. So all I'm at liberty to say with this one is we're in Australia. That's it. If you feel like meditating on it, connecting with it, however you feel called, or Googling pictures of Australia, whatever you feel after this. But that's all I'm at liberty to discuss. Okay, here we go. Only accept for your highest and best of intentions, as always. Sasha kashimetikuri chuna yi asute vesha sire korabshate pasekono tapeyaka kinite urache shanekasi urebeasi shotekeve chuma esi urakushe eti atawa lele abadume ikanashi tokoshu bu ata ikanemasi sura ekalemo seti kasha ara eso ava inika bushe sa kura vashine nono masiti kashato sibisia sutasha akane Uribi seta shatu kumutechita katu pore tarana mareta soteveshitu. Nene inakamashu. Situkoshu. Boya mate kati. Nina kana machane ketuata. Zirabe. Zirabe kotochomo sashi. Shunama Nike. Damn, that made me burp. Australia is beautiful. Oh, Australia is the only continent without active volcanoes. Fun facts. Oh, thank you for sharing that. So much greenery. Yes, Miss H. Oh, I didn't see you in here. Welcome. Down under. All right, let's go. Blue beaches. Yes, I will do it. Okay, the private ones. Haha, I will. Yes. We need the younger, harder energy. I'm really reading what you said. We need the younger, harder energy. Oh, I love that. We no, I don't know. Y'all think we're gonna make it to the 200K? We just do the regular activity. What do y'all want for a group activation? If y'all don't think we make it. What do y'all think? Let's do a little dang. What would y'all like for a group activation? Something y'all feel we may be needing? They're showing me timelines. I know we worked on releasing ourselves of old timelines and closing cycles, but they're showing me timelines. Fun, happy energy that attracts. So that's why they're showing me timeline energy. So we're asking and intending as a group activation that we are placed in our highest timeline for our highest and best of intentions. But remember, when we're placed there, if there's something that needs to be cleared, it will come up for us to clear it. Being in our most extroverted timeline. Yeah, Heather, you literally said it. Being in our highest timeline. So if something comes up to be cleared after this, please know that's why. If you're hit with something, like let's say, I don't know, I'm just going to use grief as an example. Let's say you've had a million things to do with grief in this lifetime and you've been clearing grief like crazy, but like, I don't want to, no, I'm going to say like you step on a spider and you're like, oh my God, I killed a spider, and then you feel that grief. I'm going to say that. Then you release the grief again. That's cute. So, but if something like that were to come up, it's just so that you can release it again in order to be in that timeline. So just know that I always give warning anytime we do timeline work, because if there's something that you have to let go of, or like let's say relationship wise, let's say you haven't wanted to let go of somebody that's no good for you, then maybe instead of you letting them go, they'll just kindly exit your reality. So okay, here we go. So if you don't want that and you're not ready for that, then kindly scroll. Okay, here we go. Sina satakole aya uasamia aserakusha. Ele asune esiakuna a. Ate oseri akurashe. Sa oshamiati setushibakawa. Feel your high vibration in this timeline. Baretia setekashopaya kare seturopaya. La lupa seto kishipetane masota kare sotaria bole. Cha ote kachane sotara sirikaru tiripare karataru sataria pareturu koramala. Le kalito aya sanata chute. Buakano tatitu ponena isakuche. Asuri sabotami asitia kashu. Susubete sate posani kanashatia. Salo pakono. Salo pokono. Terase potashia. Naso mokasha. There we go. Oh, feels so good. The energy definitely raised with that one. So I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you everybody who was here. There's one more. Me and these cards today, I don't know what the deal is. Something's in here before we go. Thank you. Oh my God. Look at this card. And didn't we just get a similar message to this? But oh, wait, was it that word? Okay, I'm just gonna show y'all so I can tell y'all. Let me put this down. It says unfolding. Here, I'll show you the card in a minute. Let's see. I could have sworn I said unfolding earlier, didn't I? Unfolding. Your path chosen. Wait, I did not say the right word. Your path doesn't need to be fully visible. It reveals itself moment to moment. Let go of the present to know everything now. Stay present and allow each step to emerge naturally. But look at this picture, y'all. It's so beautiful. What we get XOXO. Look at that picture, y'all. I love that picture. See, I'm telling y'all, that shit makes me happy. I love it. Little girl blowing, and did y'all see the light? Like she's blowing like light, and then it makes the beautiful flower. It's so beautiful. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Making sure I'm fully disconnected from everyone. Fully disconnected. Because we're beautiful. Yes, we are. Fully dissolving all cords, mentally, physically, emotionally, consciously, subconsciously, telepathically, giving everyone their energy back to them and making sure I call all my energy back to me. Everyone's cleansed, purified in their own energy. Bye, everybody. I love y'all. I want to go. I want to go. Quick danging, quick danging. I keep trying to say. I gotta go. It's our innocent child blowing magic. Oh, so grateful for you. Have a blessed day. Bye, everyone. Take care, everyone. Besitos a todos, okay, chingos. His hair. He's in chill mode. All right, everybody. I love y'all. Besitos a todos, okay, chingo, mi amores. Bye.
Bye. Boop.